right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another live stream, guys. Tonight we have special guest, Operation 11 Charlie, as well as Vince, guys. So welcome everybody back to the chat. How is everybody doing? All right, and of course, you know where you at. You are in the fun zone. You know who you rocking with. You're rocking with the best, guys. Let's have a good time. Let's rock out. Don't forget, no personal questions, guys. No personal questions. We're gonna stick to RCs and about Operation Charlie, the organization. If they want to share anything other than that, that's up to them. But we're gonna stick to those questions, guys. All right. So we're gonna go around one at a time. I'm gonna introduce everybody one at a time so far, guys. And as you can see, that we have the one and only JustBashinit, guys, back in the house.
What's up, guys?
All right. We also have Javier and Roger, Operation 11 Charlie, and we have Roger, U.S. Army and U.S. Navy.
How you guys doing, man?
Hey, guys.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm moving fast. My bad, guys. My bad. I'm not used to having a lot of guys on the panel, and
right.
It's a little bigger, so I don't normally zoom in. So I'm trying to do something different. Right here we have Trail Crawlers, Dennis from Trail Crawlers, right here, guys.
What's going on, guys?
All right. We also have Joseph from Operation 11 Charlie, California.
Yep. Nice to meet you guys. Let's have some fun.
Yes, sir. And we have the one and only Louie Fix It, the King of Lights. Welcome him in as well.
What's up, everyone?
Linden should be joining shortly, as well as Sergent J. We had Sergeant J who was supposed to be running point for tonight, guys, but he's running a little late. Don't worry, he'll be here shortly. Did I even send him the link? That may be the problem, guys. Y'all know how I do sometimes.
I know how it is, brother. I wish it always happens to me, man.
Let me make sure I send it. I know I didn't send it. Let me send it right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Just in case we need to see.
All right. Matter of fact, while I send this right now, let me go ahead and get this first question. Let me see, guys. Okay, moderators, everybody in the chat. I can't see the chat yet. I haven't got over there yet. Everybody in the chat, my moderators, if you have somebody that's new in the chat and they start to ask the question, and you know how we ask our questions around here, guys, question marks in front of the question and after the question. Just let them know, hey, put question marks in front of their question. And once you do that, of course, it's going to draw our attention and make sure somebody grabs it out of the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Wild Bill, Linden, Mouse, Jim, Jim's Hobby, Wild Bill, Monsters, Trail Crawlers, Faithless, Monster, Technique. Welcome everybody in. Matthew Senior, Get Traction, Trey 4, RC Fanatic, Mike Bird. Welcome everybody in. Dennis, do me one favor, Dennis. Put Operation 11 Charlie website in the chat, and I'll pin it in the comments. So if anybody wants to donate or anything like that, we already had it prepped, and they can take care of that right away. Shout out to the 21 people in the house. Please don't forget to smash that like button, guys. We have Operation 11 Charlie and our vets over here tonight, guys. Definitely want to represent for them tonight. Please make sure all of your questions are RC related. Please, no personal questions, guys. Be respectful for the guys, and please also be respectful for the chat and everyone participating, guys. Zero tolerance tonight, guys. Moderators, anybody violate tonight, get them out of here. No questions asked. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Javier, we're gonna start with Mr. Javier. We're gonna get you on solo after I read my questions. Let me see. My first question will be, what is Operation 11 Charlie? What made you start it, and how long has it been around?
First of all, man, thank you for having us here, man. We are very grateful here. Operation 11 Charlie. So I'm Javier. I'm a 14-year U.S. Army veteran, combat veteran. I got medical retired back in 2014. Um, um, Dealing with severe PTSD at the time, but was still do, struggling. So I got medical discharge out of retire out of Fort Hood, Texas. Man, I got too many stuff. I don't know where to see. I got to look at this camera. I got my phone and everything here. We're ready. Anyway, so I got medically retired Fort Hood, Texas at the time. My family was here in Florida. So my wife brought me here, and needed some help and assistance to take care of me. Struggling with severe depression, PTSD, some other conditions after I came back from Iraq. So never had a hobby before, man. I always was in the army or doing sports or whatsoever, man. And then those dark days, years, I was not coming out of my house, struggling bad. And then just my doctors or whatnot trying to get me out, do something. I would try to get a hobby. I wasn't listening at all. And then until we run into this to this hobby, man, got hooked right away. Start, looking at videos on YouTube. First rig actually that I had was a Rustler, not good old two-wheel Rustler. Enjoyed it, and then but we're still right here in front of my house or here in the house. I got a crawler, first crawler. That's when I got really hooked. It was a kit, so it took me up to a year to build that. Again, because not wanting to get out here, but I loved it all the time. All that period I was in here watching YouTube how to learn how to do it. Never had a RC before or even a kit, so apologize, man. Just it was hard times at the time. My family saw the difference in me and whatnot, the changes and whatnot in a positive way. I was still having some friends trying to get me out, some RC friends that I met trying to get me out of the house. I went to that first outing here with some RC brothers and veterans to a trail walk, and then I got hooked, man. I got hooked. We were there maybe for a couple of hours. I didn't realize that I was out for that long. And it was incredible, man. And that's when we decided, some friends and family members, we should how we can let other veterans know there's something else out there that we can utilize for our, to deal with our PTSD. So that's how O11C started. We look into becoming a nonprofit. We did. It was back in, I don't remember, Roger.
I know I've been in
18, probably 2018. Yeah. 2018. And Roger was the first group that got referral from the VA hospital to the organization. So we start, spreading the word of Operation 11 Charlie, how to combat, how to fight PTSD, how to fight veteran suicide. A lot of people don't know, but we lose around 22 veterans a day, an estimate 22 veterans a day to suicide. So that's our mission here, to spread the word on that, and trying to help our guys out. This organization is family oriented. We enjoy this hobby because the family can be part of that, of what of who we are, man. So I could talk all night. So let me. Anything else you want me to say, Ty? I know you had a couple of questions. So.
Oh yeah. We got all the guys got a few questions. We're gonna go around one at a time, let everybody ask their questions. And then we're gonna go ahead. Then we can or how y'all want to do it, guys? Y'all want to let them tell us about the organization and everything like that, or you want to ask the questions first? It's up to everybody. I mean, you know, shout out to the 34 in the house, man. Don't forget to smash that like button. We got our veterans and Operation 11 Charlie on tonight, guys. Definitely tune in. Definitely. Don't forget to smash the like button. Just bashing it. Got something for him?
Yes, sir. I want to say thank you guys for your service first. And then I my first question is, what is the favorite thing about what you guys do? If you had to pick one thing of your favorite thing.
Go ahead, Rod. You want to say that? Because I think all of us, it could be the same thing, right? So I think so. Go ahead, Roger.
Okay. Well, thanks again, everyone, for this. It's really an honor to be here. Operation 11 Charlie, for me, I think is giving me the things that I miss most of being active duty after retiring. I was a lot of camaraderie. I did do some joint services, so it makes it easier to collaborate with all the different brothers and sisters that we have in Operation 11 Charlie. So I think to answer your question, I think some of the biggest takeaways for me is to see my brothers and sisters actually feel comfortable, let their guard down, also including our family, with our outings. And it's almost like a special holiday, I know for me, because I think most of us don't get an opportunity to go to each of the different events, but then we do have somewhat of our favorite events that we make sure that we attend every year. It's almost like I said, like a holiday. It's a break, physically, mentally, emotionally, socially. So Operation 11 Charlie has truly has changed lives, and our supporting cast. So yes.
What's that, bro?
Definitely.
Also, like you said, Ty, like it's the family, man, the brotherhood. That's something that we miss, right? When we were in the military, we were in our service. So it's that brotherhood, man, taking care of each other, getting together and knowing that, especially family members learning how to deal with their veterans, cope with their veterans, our condition, understanding about PTSD, everything that we go through, and then knowing that their veterans, their family members, they're going through the same thing that we're going. So it's a good way for them to understand as a family member, and they start talking with each other, their wives, their husband, and understanding. A lot easier for them to understand and how to deal with those conditions and whatnot.
All right. Joseph, you got anything to say about that?
Yes, I think we are all, like Javier said, I think our favorite thing is the same thing. It's the brotherhood. It's us getting to spend time with similar type of people again. And I'll go even further to say that our families get to see who we kind of really are. When we get to interact with our brothers and sisters from the military, they get to see our personality. Where we actually let our guard down a little bit more and just open up more. So, like Javier was saying, where the spouses get to talk to each other, they also get to see us through a different lens.
Awesome. Sergeant J, you got anything you want to add to that?
Let me unmute real quick before I get going. So yeah, a little bit to add to that. I guess I'll give a kind of a quick little background on how I came to meet these fine gentlemen that started this whole organization and how it's impacted myself. So I've been through some things personally, military career wise, family wise, all that stuff going on. And I didn't realize when I was stationed at Patrick Air Force Base, which is now Patrick Space Force Base in Florida, the Javier was right down the street. Never knew it this whole time. I was doing RC stuff out there. Never really got into rock crawlers, all that stuff. And years after I PCS'd out of there and went to Italy, I found O11C through another person that told me about it, and they were doing lives. So I was like, man, I would love to be a part of this, right? And kind of get in there and see what it's all about, and understand what the whole focus on everything is. And I love that because I used to do a lot of volunteer work as like one thing I used to do was homeless veteran search and rescue. So this kind of thing was like right up my alley of trying to support, be a part of something bigger than myself, be a part of the brotherhood that taking care of our people that have served with us, before us, after us, all that. So that's always been a passion of mine. So I'll say that. And then I had the opportunity to go meet with Javier. I believe this was 2023. Yeah, 2023. We went to go to Florida. We did a road trip out there, and he was going to be hosting an event, like a small little, like, hey, just get together and go out and do some crawling. And it lined up with the time I was going to be out there, so we made it happen. And if it wasn't for that chance of going out there, I probably would have never met him in person for the first time, and really got to know what they were about and understand like how impactful it can be. Because just that single interaction that I had within that day, it was only for a few hours. We didn't have much time. I was on a schedule. They were on a schedule, but they made time for me, and I appreciated it. And it made me want to jump all the way in. And I've been passionate about this my whole career. So, long time coming, but not too much else to say on that part. But I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to be a part of something that's actually really benefiting people, and I can see the difference it's making in people's lives. Not only just for the person themselves that may be dealing with some issues, but their family, and like being around that atmosphere, being welcomed, being treated no different than any other person. Like we all have different deployed experiences, different military lifestyles, different branches of service that we were in, but there's a common bond there with all of us serving and all of us wanting to be a part of this. And I don't know. I'm gonna get all emotional and stuff. I don't want to do all that right now, but just getting into this, like we're just starting this. So I just want to say it's an honor to be a part of it, and I encourage other people to do the same thing if they can. Whatever you can do, because every little thing counts. Every little interaction, positive interaction, anything you can do to help someone out, it all counts. It all goes a long way. I've been in some dark places, and these guys helped me through all of it. So, and the rest of you, the rest of the RC community as well. So that's all I'll say on that for right now. Salute.
Cool, brother.
Awesome. Who's next? Dennis, you got anything to say on that? My bad.
No, you're good. Out of all of this, I think my favorite thing about being part of O11C is just being able to be around our veterans that put their life on the line for what we get to do. Seeing a smile on their face during an event, hanging out, just talking with them, or even just hearing their stories. It really makes you wonder why a lot of them are basically overseen. So I figured, my way of giving back was to do some events, raise some money, donate it to the organization, help them out. Like I said, they gave a lot for what we do. The least I could do is give back what I can. And being a part of the O11C right now, that's all I can think of is our veterans anymore. They're so overlooked, and it hurts to see what goes on anymore with it. So just hanging out with them, listening to them, giving them an ear to bend. It's a good feeling to know that you're helping them out just by listening and just by, just being there. So, I've helped them out. I've done some stuff the last 4 or 5 years for them. And then I was just inducted in 2 years ago. And when I was inducted into the organization as a civilian, it had my head kind of foggy, because it reality didn't hit until I got home. What was going on? So, you know, I'm glad to be part of the family. You know, it's just a real heartwarming feeling to do what we do. So, I mean,
Absolutely, that's awesome.
I've told a couple other people from the organization, I'll be with the organization until I take my last breath. I'm not going anywhere.
Awesome.
So Ty, if you allow me, Ty,
yes, sir.
on that note, from what all the guys said, right, and some of the question that you asked me earlier, you know, like we get emotional what we do here. So O11C is a 501c3 nonprofit, right? And we utilize the RC as a tool to deal with PTSD and some of the conditions, right? The RC for us is very special. What we're trying to do is keep our guys alive and whatnot. We do monthly outings or weekly outings, special outings. We have 15 chapters, 15 different states, and we keep growing, right? We have around 300 veterans in our organization. We have a bunch of civilians, a bunch of volunteers, right? Veterans, family members, and civilians that give a lot of the time to the organization. Also, we work in collaboration with the VA hospital, right? We do an outing, one outing a month with the VA hospital. Either we go out crawling or trailing, or we do indoor classes. Right now, we are building. Shout out to one of our sponsors. They send us 4 kit. Horizon Hobby send us 10-3 builders kit, and we have been building for the last 4 or 5 months. We have been building those kits. It's only 1 hour class, and the guys enjoy it. And we guys a lot of guys with severe PTSD, severe traumatic brain injuries, and some other stuff, man. And seeing all these guys, all the brothers and sisters, how they are getting to building the RCs, right, and to not giving up, because the concentration is not there. Their emotions they have, it's hard, right, and they're not giving up, and they're having fun, and they're being appreciative of what us as veterans are out there doing with them. So the family is a big part of it. Friends and family of these veterans are a big part of it, right? And how to deal and cope with us, and how to deal with PTSD, how to keep our guys alive. So it's very important, right? And for us, this RC, we take it very serious. We use the crawlers because some of us is just getting us out of the house, like I was saying earlier, man, going out to the trails, mixing it with the outdoors, right? We go out to the mountains, or we go out to whatever trails. We have been in Colorado, we have been in Utah, we have been in Wyoming, California, taking these guys out for them to get out there and decompress, just forget about whatever we're going through, and just focusing on those tires where they go, you know. It's just incredible.
Awesome. Hey, y'all gotta tell me when y'all done, because I don't want to cut y'all off and take y'all off solo. So y'all gotta let me know. Y'all gotta let me know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be super respectful of you guys, and you know what I'm saying. And I don't want to
Appreciate you,
try
bro.
to rush you
Yep.
off or nothing. You know what I'm saying when you talking. So I want to make sure everybody get their point across and say what they need to say.
Thank you.
Who is next?
I see one question from the crowd. If you guys want to get a question real quick.
Let's do
I
it.
was just about to say that we got one in the chat. Y'all want me to get the ones every third one, or y'all I gonna get it, and then Louie can go.
Yeah. Hit it up.
It says Operation 11 Charlie, do you plan on having an event in Oregon anytime soon?
So good question. Good question, brother. So the relationship, we are open, we're slowly opening more chapters in different states, right? But it's a whole process, and having the right representative on these veterans leading and civilians leading these chapters, it's not easy to open a chapter, right? We need to have The relationship between the representatives and the veteran are the most important thing, guys. So we need to have at least those veterans and that chapter at least within 2 hours of each other. We are not the first in line when, and when we go, when any episode of PTSD or whatnot, we maybe second or third in line. We always push the guy, reach out to the VA hospital, reach out to the doctors or whatnot. But the relationship, what I'm trying to say is that for them and those reps is very important. Taking care of those veterans, anything like Dennis said earlier, open an ear to them. So sometimes we do special outing out of nowhere. They call me, hey Javier, or whoever is the representative. Hey, I don't feel good. I don't feel good, man. I need. So we get together as a family. We meet up with those veterans, or that person, and we don't leave that location where we met up until we make sure he's okay, right? Sometimes we charge battery. We sit down on the table, and we don't even go RCing or another. We just there talking and listening to that guy. So going back to your question, that is the plan. We always request our people and supporters to be patient. That's what we want. Our goal is to have a chapter in every state, and not more than one chapter in every state. Like in California, we have three chapters, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll be there soon. Soon. That is the plan. That's it, Ty.
Awesome. Hey, y'all know how I go, man. Louie, I think Louie is next.
We might have to
Louie,
start using some military etiquette here, huh? Some radio communications.
Tell him it's Mike muted.
Louie, you muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. Man, I just want to say, for me, it's a blessing to be on the panel with you guys. I appreciate everything, man. Y'all serving, that I appreciate that, definitely. What y'all doing now is amazing, man. Helping. Wow. I like I said, I don't have too many questions. I'm just hearing your stories is amazing to me, man. Just out there helping people, helping, what y'all went through, and helping everybody else trying to help as many people as y'all can reach that's going through. That's like, wow. To me, it's just like mind blowing. I don't meet too many people like that. But I'm just, I just want to applaud you guys, definitely, before I even get into my probably like 2 questions that I have, because I'm just mind blown listening to you guys. I just want to hear you guys' story. It's mind blowing to me. It's amazing to me. But I'm gonna jump off the topic from what everybody else was doing. What's y'all favorite RCs out there? That's my question. What is y'all favorite RCs? What compresses? What calms y'all the most?
Who's going first? Okay, Javier.
You want
me to go ahead, Javi. Go ahead.
Man, that's hard. That's a hard question. Hey, we don't do just crawling, just to say. We do batching. We got boats too. We do a lot of stuff, but I think my favorite art. I got a bunch, man. I love my Armas. But my favorite RC, I could say the one that started everything, is that first kit, like I mentioned earlier. It was an axial 10-2 builder's kit that I did many years ago. And that one is what got me into the RC, what helped me maintain my head in a better, in a better spot. And so it helped start the organization, man. I think I would say that one. And it's somewhere here. Yep, it's back there. I could get it if you guys want to see it. So
yeah, I want.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yes, sir. We definitely want to.
That's one of the questions I had for you, Javier.
As well.
We wanted to see some collection. Yep. Yes, sir.
So this one, it used to be that, I don't know, a lot of the guys remember. Oh, shout out to Rock Pirates. Man, we cannot do this without sponsors and supporters, man. The love that we get everywhere that we go from people like Rock Pirates and the RC community is incredible. And you guys inviting us to this. You guys make this feel so welcome. you know, and seeing that brotherhood that we have in the military. So we are very grateful. I just want to say, so this is what it is right now. So it used to be the Grand Cherokee body in it. So it's have been transformed throughout the years. So yeah, this one right here. Shout out Rock Pirates right here. Stuff in there. So yeah, this is my first crawler. What I had a Power Wagon body in it. So loved it, man.
Beautiful.
Awesome. How about yourself, Mr. Roger?
You know, for me, there's a few, just as Hobby says, but you know, my wife, she has the Gladiator, the Jeep Gladiator, man. I had to do some things, put the little red paint job on it, the red.
Hold on 1 second, Mr. Roger. Javier walked away with the mic.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Okay, go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, so basically I have several, just as most, but my wife has this red Gladiator, Jeep Gladiator, man. She made me like pump it up with red rims and red whatever, because she like hanging out with us veterans. And I tell you what, every time I'm like, babe, can I drive your Gladiator? She's like, no, keep your little what is that?
You had the one you have is the Traxxas Sport.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, but you know, I got the most amazing Navy paint job. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, I guess it is the Gladiator for me. Yeah.
Hey, we got to take care of the Navy sometimes. The Army guy with a Navy guy. Is that a good mix?
That's a good mix. Thank you.
Cool.
All right. Dennis.
Obviously, you know, I can't have just a favorite, but out of all of them that I've got, this is my pride possession. It has a limited edition Rock Pirates 011C numbered chassis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did the 011C colors and logo into the paint. I found a small window flag one day, looked up on YouTube how to fold it, folded it up, put that in the bed. Also had some sand letters made a few years back. So this is my pride and joy out of all my trucks. And
Awesome.
The main reason is this chassis is number 11, which coincides with the organization. So getting
Nice.
number 11 wasn't in any plans. It was, you know, I get what I get.
Nice.
And, you know, when I ordered, I was kind of hoping to get number 22, which I don't know if a lot of you know that 22 is a special number.
Please enlighten us.
It's 22 veterans a day.
Okay. Well, I understand now.
And
thank you.
It's 22 too many.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
this will go to every event that I go to. It'll be at Beat the Creek this year. It'll be on display at the 011C booth. I plan on to Axial Fest Badlands having this on display, and also at Great Lakes Gauntlet in Michigan. This is going to be on display. So anybody that shows up, you're more than welcome to come check them all out. There's going to be a few others, but like I said, out of all these trucks that I have in here, this is my pride possession right here.
Awesome.
That's sweet.
Hey, I'm not a professional, and I really don't know much about the way that flag is folded, but it looked absolutely perfect to me from the ones I've seen. That looks like a great folding job. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you got a proper fold, man. Nice.
Yeah, it took a few videos to get it right.
Back on solo. Let me get you back on solo. Hold on. What'd you say?
It took a few videos for me to get it right, but when I did do it, it finally, you know, it came out right, and that's the proper way to keep a flag if you're not gonna fly them. Don't lay them on the ground. Fold them up. Display them.
Absolutely.
For
Because
sure.
I've got a couple more flags they're kind of hidden back here that I've got hanging on the shelves. Like I said before, it's all about the veterans for me. Thank you,
Yes,
Steve, for
sir.
Rock Pirates for making this chassis.
Absolutely.
Ty, can I answer that question that's in the chat there? I don't want to overstep, and
Oh no, no,
it's
no, 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 no. Take off. Take over, sir. Hey, I do not mind.
so there's a question there. I think we have 3 chapters in California, right? We have one in Tulare area, Visalia area. Also, Joseph is here. I don't know, Joseph. You saw that question there. It's in San Francisco area. Joseph is in Northern Hollywood, and we have some guys south of you, right, Joseph?
We have the guys in San Diego area. Myself, I'm in the LA area, North Hollywood, and then Russ is in the Apple Valley area. And I think the furthest north that we have is the guys in Tulare/Fresno area. I think that's about 3 hours from San Francisco. So I think he was asking specifically about a VA thing there, but if he can make the trip down to Tulare, welcome to hang out.
Yes, yes. Also, sometime this year, we're gonna be working on a presentation at a VS hospital there in Northern Hollywood. So stay tuned for that. And again, that will be opening the doors for all the VAs throughout California as we keep growing in California. That chapter is very active, and is a lot of guys out there. We have a couple of guys also in Sacramento. Also, they're close to JJ Customs as well, too, down there in San Jose.
Yeah.
That's it, Ty.
Awesome. I think they were asking about the RC cars. Your favorite RC car?
Yeah, my favorite RC car right now is the Rock Pirates Rum Runner. Shout out to Rock Pirates, like we keep saying. It has been so far. It's a great crawler, number one. But for me, it's been my first car where I really just delve into it and pick out a unique motor and transmission and put everything together myself. It's the first rig that I have that I go out and do competitions with and just mingle out with the community. It's gotten me out the most. Previously I had a couple of 10.2s, the Axial 10.2s and the Axial SCX10 Pro, and they were fun crawling and trailing trucks. But going to these competitions and meeting all these people has been the best experience for me, and it's thanks to this truck. And so for that, it's my favorite.
Awesome.
Over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So you guys could probably already guess by now because 3 people already showed this, but y'all got to see Goldie. You got to see Goldie. So Goldie has been through a lot, and it is number 9 of the chassis that were made, special edition from Rock Pirates. So I went full gold on this thing and did gold everywhere I could put it. So this is based off of a base camp, Axial SCX 10.3 base camp kit, and I put as much gold as I could. Did the gold on the bed and everything. Did a paint pen for the rear there. This truck is special to me because of what it means to support, because all those proceeds went to support O11C. So that was a big deal for me, being able to get in there and jump in there at a short notice, and they put that thing out and we were able to jump on it, and everything went to support it. So that's why I really like this truck. And it also turns heads because it's so much gold, man. People love seeing it. So I like to start conversations with it, and people ask, like, what is it? And then I can go into detail and tell them what O11C is about. And then they love it, and they want to support too in any way they can, which is awesome. So I really like this truck. It's my favorite crawler by far. It actually performs really well. I have a SCX10, not SCX10, but the Hobby Wing Fusion SE in here. Some basic stuff here, and then I got a Reefs Micro 99 gold servo in there for my dig. I don't know if you guys can see that there. See that little gold servo shining in there?
Yeah, I see that.
Yep, right up here.
Yep.
Yep. And then I went with a AGF RC gold 10 scale servo. So true gold all the way through, and just having fun with this thing. Take it every once in a while. I'm actually getting ready to do some revamping on it, but this is my favorite crawler by far. And then when we go to the basher side, you guys know I'm a basher at heart. I came up bashing, so I know Ty knows. All the other guys on the panel that are normally here, they all know. But a lot of you guys out there probably didn't know that I was 11 Charlie before tonight, because I've been on your live a lot, Ty, and I don't think I ever really talked about it too much. But maybe some people didn't know. But yeah, I've been with Operation 11 Charlie for a little over a year, and I've been loving every minute of it. I've also been able to help out some veterans out here in the local area too. So I got my first taste of like actually going out and supporting some people, and doing communications and trying to meet up with people and things like that. So I've been trying to get that ball rolling. So yeah, that's my favorite. And then right now, my favorite basher is the notorious 6S version 6. Now this thing is fully decked out with M2C, and you guys know how I get down when I bash. I'm serious about it. So this thing has pretty much everything you can think of as far as your M2C upgrades on it, from front to rear shock tower, shock caps, the shock pistons on the front and rear, the chassis itself, the center braces in the front and rear, the motor mounts, the top plate, the center plate, differential mount, pretty much everything you think of other than doing the actual diffs themselves with the aluminum diffs that Armor sells. So this thing is an absolute monster. So stay tuned for them videos coming out. But yeah, pretty fun. That's my favorite basher.
Sweet.
Over.
All right. Let me see. Linden, you have anything for us?
Yeah, man. I just want to say shout out to OC 011C. Man, thank y'all for your service. We salute y'all. My question is, how can people get involved and support the organization?
So like Ty has their pin to the top there. O11c.org is our website. You guys can reach us out, always asking, any question. Or we always get people that want to volunteer with the organization. They want to spend time with our veterans. They want to support any kind of way, donating to the organization. So when you guys go to o11c.org, you guys could do that and donate, or also you guys can send us an email, reach out to us, see if there are any chapters, any of our guys near you and whatnot. Over.
All right, thank you, and appreciate that.
Thank you, bro.
Just want to add one more thing onto what Javier was talking about, the website. When you're on o11c.org, please scroll down to the video and watch the video from start to finish. There's one person in particular that is going to get you choked up. And this is why I love being part of it. But just please go watch the video, read all the articles that you can in there, and any donations or even the questions, like Javier said, just drop an email and somebody will get back to you.
Awesome. Sergeant J, you want to ask any questions, or you want to just hang out? You want to ask any questions? Or you good?
Do we have any questions from the chat?
Actually, do have a couple.
Oh yeah, we do have some from the chat. Yes, we do. Do any of you have any road cars? How fast, if measured?
Me, I have 5 scars. Let me get some. Let me get some. Me, Sally, for fast car, you need to have a nice road, right? And a lot of our guys here where I'm at right now, they don't do the speed runs and whatnot, but I love them. The fastest that I had, there was maybe 4 years ago that I tested right here in front of the house. It's a Rustler that I built, trying to get that over 100 miles per hour back then. That one I built from scratch. But I have infraction. I love this thing right here, man. Oh, you guys know.
Oh yeah.
I love my baby. This is one of my favorite
Oh,
things
yeah.
right here. Yep.
Looks nice.
That's my favorite too, Javier.
Oh God, Linden about to start taking his pole again. Oh,
Yeah,
watch out. All right. How about you, Mr. Roger? Any on road?
No, I don't have any. Not yet. Not yet. I'm working on it.
The Navy, they don't like to go fast. They like to go slow, unless in the water. So.
Slow and seasick.
Slow and seasick, yeah. Hey, that's why we got boats now with O11C. I know somebody asked about the boats, but we just add the boats to the organization, right? We actually started 2 months ago, and our VA outings with the VA hospital, we are using the boats. This jet sweep, yeah. So yeah, we have 4 right now with the organization, and we go to take our guys to the lakes and whatnot. It's just simple boats to drive, the maintenance on it, all that stuff. So a lot of our guys that we got guys in wheelchairs or whatnot. So the mobile is we have some of our guys not as mobile. So doing those trail runs, all that stuff. So we just sit near the lake or the river, whatever. We just sit down and just enjoy the boats, man. That's why we love this right here.
Awesome.
Over.
Joseph, any on-road cars?
Nope. I'm strictly go slow, crawl, take my time. I'm very, very much and I need like to focus on something. I need to concentrate on something just to be distracted. Is what makes me relax. Over.
Yeah, the crawlers are definitely fun and definitely can help you relax. I can tell you that. Dennis, any on road?
Nothing as far as speed runs or any kind of bashing. I used to race. I've got a mini T that was probably.
You got a $10,000. Tell them, Dennis, you got a $10,000 mini T. Cut it out.
3,500. It's a mini T that was one of the originals back when they first came out. It'll run about 72 mile an hour on the back wheels.
Nice.
Wow. That's awesome, Dennis. You also got a question right here. It says, Dennis, are those fans or RC airboats behind you? I'm gonna let you answer this one, and then I'm gonna get to
Steve, these are just hats that I have hanging. Everything else is trucks.
Oh, okay. Hey, somebody eyes are super good because I didn't notice that. Sergeant J, any on-road cars?
So yeah, I don't currently have any on-road cars, but I did have an infraction very similar to one Javier has, and my goal was to get to that 100 mile per hour mark, and I was gonna get rid of it. So I did my thing with it for a while, put a lot of time and effort into it. I did break 100 miles per hour. I think I did about 110, and then it was the only road I could find out here that was worthy of trying to do it. Got it done, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna destroy this thing if I keep trying to go faster and faster, and I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole. So yeah, I had an infraction and it was fun. That's about it though. Nothing now.
Awesome. I tried to type this in the chat a few minutes ago. I want to thank you guys for your service. I mean, I had so much going on. I'm trying to set up the show. Thank you guys for your service, because guess what? Without the work that you guys put in and all the service you guys put in, we would not be able to sit here and talk this RC the way we talking. So we definitely appreciate all the work and services you guys have put in. We definitely appreciate the organization that you guys have put together, man. This organization sounds absolutely awesome. And I'm very impressed with the organization, guys. If you want to donate to the organization or contact them, the website is pinned in the comment section, guys. All you got to do is scroll back to the top. It's pinned in the comment section. You can definitely comment, get in contact with them, or you can donate to them as well, directly to them. All right. Who's next? Who is next?
Me? Is it me?
Oh, Just Bashing It.
Yes, sir. So let's see here. What is your favorite brand of RC or crawler, I guess I would say?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. I don't have no favorite, man. Of course, Axial. We love Axial, right? The support. We meet the people behind the organization. But I have Axial. I have Red Cat. I have Element crawlers. So it's hard. It's hard to say which one. It's always how you set up your rigs, man. I always set up my rigs nice, kind of similar, so they will perform nice. So yeah, it's hard to say, but a good question though.
Definitely.
Mr. Roger.
Well, for me, I just like Javi said, it's across the board or whatever event we attend, because a lot of events that specialize in that particular brand. But I just think for me, what sold me was actually getting the tour, the factory at Horizon Hobby. That was that was unbelievable. I could not believe they invited us and gave us a full welcome into their factory, how they do things. But yeah, that was awesome.
Wow, I know that was a nice experience.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it was very incredible. It was very incredible. They took their time with us, with our guys, and met the people, and it's just incredible. That was very awesome.
Awesome. Dennis.
Again, that's kind of a loaded question. I've got all Cross RC. I've got Red Cat, Axials, custom built competition trucks, then the Rock Pirate truck, some more Cross RC stuff. But I really don't have a favorite. For me, it's if it doesn't break, I'm good. It's all about the parts availability and customer support. That to me is a big plus on any brand.
Definitely.
Awesome. Joseph.
Yeah, I think my favorite all-around RC brand is probably Axial, just for the amount of things they have out there and the support behind all of their things, and the fact that I think it's just the best value. You get a decent rig for what it does, and for the money, it's there, I think. As far as what's my favorite, just brand in overall, it's the Rock Pirates family. The Rock, just all this stuff is quality.
Awesome.
Over.
Sergeant J.
All right, so I was going to be in the opposite of that one. I was going to say Rock Pirates first because of the quality of the parts, the research and stuff they put into them, their support for 11C, and then also Axial is on the top of my list as well. I just like all their ease of use, ease of building kits, and also the ease of crossing over parts and stuff like that to be able to make something work. And you can literally take their kits and take them from scratch and build them into whatever really easily. It's not hard to do it. So yeah, those are my two top for crawlers in general. And RC brand for bashing, you guys already know I'm gonna say Arma all day. That's all from me.
Louie, fix it.
All right, let me get mine. Give me a second. All right, I see all y'all got loads. Y'all got loads back there. I can't even. I don't even want to show my collection. Seeing y'all collection, what y'all showing in the camera. Is y'all gonna buy in 2025, and what will be your next buy in 2025?
Javier, Mr. Roger.
You're muted,
Can
Javier.
Hey, Louis, can you repeat that question, brother? I couldn't hear it.
Oh, I said, what will be is y'all buying? What will be your next buy in 2025?
Oh, that's a good one, bro. Man, I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Y'all got so much back there. I look like y'all got a whole.
And most of this stuff, it's only a few of mine. Most of this stuff is like loaners for the organization and the boats for the organization. So they're part of the nonprofit. Man,
I know what
which
I don't want to.
Well, you go first, Roger.
Oh, I didn't want to take away.
No,
Hey. I'm the guest over here. Okay, all right. I want to be a good house guest. But hey,
Yeah, I love y'all too, wow, man.
We check it out. We got one of our brothers, Juan, right? Oh my God, the one and the only, right?
The one and only. The one and only. Yeah.
Sometimes I act like my batteries are dead or whatever, just so I can drive his capper, man. That's got to be my next. I've been putting it off, but that's what I want to get next, man. I want to get one and just do everything I can to it. The capper.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've been wanting for a while.
That's a good one. You know what? I want to get a basher, man. I have bashers. I want to get actually the one that Sergent J had, the Outcast. I like that military style look.
Yes, sir.
I know Sergent J like it because it had the Air Force look, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think that's the one. I think that's the one I want to get.
I'm gonna put Navy.
The old school airplane paint look.
Hey, that's the one I want too. I'm not gonna.
I need to put a pinup girl on there, man. I should probably do
that.
that.
Oh, it'd be perfect. You put one of those on there.
It'd be cool.
Where were we at?
Man, so yeah, they went first on what their next purchase is.
Oh, okay, Joseph, Mr. Joseph.
Yeah, I don't really have anything that I'm dying to get right now. If I do get something this year, I'm thinking something very scale, just to film some cool stuff, or possibly a big old SES 6, the 6 scale one.
Oh, good choice, Joseph.
Yep, that's it.
Nice. That's nice right there. Dennis.
Right now, nothing's hitting me, but it's still early in the year. I'm sure there's going to be some more new stuff coming out. But I'll be looking at buying another 1 or 2 trucks this year.
Oh, okay. Do you know what those are going to be right now? Or you're not sure just yet?
Not sure who's going to release anything that I'm going to want yet. But right now, I just built the Vanquish optic kit, and I haven't got a chance to run it. So if I do like it, like I'm hoping, I'll probably just get another one. But as it is right now, there's really nothing that's catching my eye. But that could change.
How about you, Sergeant J?
I mean, as y'all can see, I just did get a couple of bashers recently. I didn't listen to myself on the no buy 2025. Well, I kind of didn't listen to myself because I said if I offload some stuff, I'll go get some new things. So I did offload a couple of RCs that I wasn't running and didn't really want to keep, so to speak. So they went to good homes and they're local, so I still get to see them run all the time, so which is awesome. So some of my brothers got those. But if I get something new in the crawler world, I just saw that Relarlo is dropping a JK07. I already have the MK07. It'd be cool to have another big old Jeep. So maybe that one. We'll see what happens. But I'm also on a boat with upgrading my MTXL to a larger engine. So I've been trying to get a larger displacement engine with better RPMs and stuff. Something around the 9 horsepower range. Right now, what I'm running is it's about 3.4 horsepower. So it still does about 45 miles an hour for that big old truck. It's about 40 pounds, but I want to do a little bit more with it. So maybe I'll get an engine upgrade and a pipe upgrade for the 5th scale. So instead of buying another RC. So I don't know. That's in line with my rules for 2025 too. You can buy parts. Don't get too many new RCs, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right, gotcha. We also got this one right here from it. We also got this one right here from Izzy Life. He said, "What would be the best bet to get the Outcast or the Notorious?"
Well, I will say this: the Outcast is discontinued, so to speak. Technically, it doesn't exist anymore as far as the 6th scale. I mean, not 6th scale, the 6S versions, the 8th scale 6S. Now, when you're talking about Outcast, still exists as the 5th scale version in the 8S. So that's what you're probably thinking about. Maybe I'm thinking, but if you're gonna go get the older Outcast model, you might as well get like a V5 Notorious or a V6 Notorious, because that's getting you the closest you can get for an RTR to the EXB versions with the newer versions of the Notorious. They already come with an EXB chassis and a couple little other small part upgrades that are nice, like the pillow ball retainers. Those are nice. You're not gonna blow your pillow balls out every time with that screw-in style. It's a 4-bolt system that's on it that holds that pillow ball retainer in. It's not adjustable, but you don't really need adjustability with that part. So Army did really well on that. But yeah, so if you're talking 6S Outcast versus a Notorious, go with a Notorious.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Linden, got anything for us?
Yeah, I got a question. What is the next big event that O11C will attend this year?
It's a good question. We have there's a bunch of events that we go throughout the year. All of them are very special, right? Because we met with the veterans that are close to that event area and whatnot. But the next big event that we have, big one, that's BTC, Beat the Creek in Maysville, Kentucky. That is in May. That will be the next big one. And also, right after that, we have Horizon Fest down there in Champaign, and we have in June also we have Action Fest Badlands in Attica, Indiana, and yeah, those are the big ones. And we have some other events that we go out through the states. And the next after that is Proland by the Fire. I believe now this year is in September. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I got one thing to say. I remember the first time I went to Badlands with my wife. My wife was like, "Hey, let's go to breakfast." She realized how close we were to Chicago. So I took her to Chicago for breakfast, and then we came back, and Javier was like, "Yo, Roger."
No, I call you. Hey, Roger, where you at, man? Yeah, we just eating. Where you at? In Chicago? I said, what in the world?
But that's why I say, man, fun times with the family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an awesome event. That's truly me and my wife, one of our favorites, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's Action Fest Badlands. Zombie-Palooza is coming up this weekend. Yes, thank you, Josh. There's a bunch of events that we go out and we have our guys active. And California, they always do an event. Like Joseph is always being part of some events out there. This one is coming up next month, Joseph?
Correct. It's the
Heck, yeah, that's awesome, man. Can I chime in real quick? I want to talk about the Badlands thing real quick. So I got to correct myself on my timeline. You know, we're getting older now, so I'd be forgetting the time, and time goes by quick, right? So 2023 is when we went to go see a terminally ill family member in Florida. So we did a road trip down there to go see him and say our goodbyes to him and hang out with him and stuff like that before the inevitable took place. But during that trip is when I was able to meet with Javier, and we went to Dr. Dan's and we did some RC stuff, and they loaned me a car and everything, and that's how we got rolling with where I am now with the organization. But fast forward to 2024, my daughters were going off to college, so I have twins that are both in two different colleges, two different sides of the country. And we did a trip to take one of them there to her college to go see the college and do the orientations and everything. And it just so happened is on the road trip on the way back, we had to pass through Indiana. So Javier hit me up and he said, yo, we're going to be here for Badlands in Attica, Indiana. It'll be awesome if you can come through. And everything lined up. We made it work. And I had a heck of a time there. Yes, it was super hot every day. Like 110 degrees one day. It was crazy, but I just ignored all that and act like I was in the desert deployed somewhere. And we just ran RCs, went in the woods, found some shade, run through all the obstacles and everything. Made some good videos, met some really cool people, and just got to experience the support that Operation 11 Charlie offers us. And that was where I also got inducted, and that's why it's so special to me. Just reflecting on it, like as he was talking about it, going to events, like I was just reflecting and just looking back on it, like how special it is to me to be a part of that and get inducted at that event. It was really cool for me and my family. So I want to say I appreciate that. So I had to chime in on that one.
Awesome. We got one from Matthew Senior. Matthew Senior said, since you guys aren't into go fast cars, have you ever tried the Red Cat lowriders?
Actually, we have a Red Cat lowrider. It's in California. I don't think Joseph has seen it, but one of our rep has it. It's the black and gold when they came out from Red Cat. And then shout out to RC Patina, Eric, there from California. He does some amazing stuff with his patina, painting, all the detail that he does, any RC, but on the he's big now with the lowrider. So he did the O11C theme on that lowrider. So yeah, we have one in the organization.
Nice.
Awesome. Let me see. I got this another question. Let me check my question. Hold on.
Yeah, ask away, guys.
All right, here we go. How can people get involved and support the organization?
So, like the guys mentioned earlier, just you could hit us up, o11c.org. There's a way to, if somebody wants to donate or they want to get a hold of us, just send us an email. Anything that you guys want to know about the organizations for where our chapters are located at, is there any chapters and near your area and whatnot, and how to become part of the organization. Going to that. With that being said, in the organization, we don't only induct veterans, right? We have civilians that support the organization, the family members of the veterans, but we also do induction ceremony for the first responders. First responders are a huge part of the organization, and we do induction ceremony for them. We have a lot of police officers, a lot of firefighters, and all other first responders as well. So they are a huge, huge part of who we are. Induction ceremonies. I just want to say something about that. There's a trial period as soon that they submit their documentation as a veteran. Uh, the veterans that will know, you got to submit either a VA ID card, a copy of your VA ID card, or a copy of your DD-214. And that's how we start the process of getting in part of the organization. We have a few months. It's like a few outings, a 3, 4, 5 outings trial period for you guys to see the guys that want to become part of the organization. So you guys will know how everything that we all the culture, the O11C is all about. Family oriented. We stay from everything that is negative out there. Every time we do anything with RC, we go to a special outing, we go to an event, is a safe zone for us to decompress. We stay away from politics, religion, anything that would cause any confrontation, anything that happened bad downrange overseas when we are in Iraq and wherever we were, all that stuff. So it's very positive, whatnot. So we let our guys come in, meet the veterans, meet the representative, and throughout that time, they will decide they want to become part of the organization. Some of our guys are already in the hobby, right? And we do the special induction ceremonies. Some of the ones that are never been on the hobby are veterans or first responders. We get them a full induction ceremony. So we help them. We do a nice RC crawler and whatnot with tools, batteries, all you name it, everything that for them to start on the hobby. The only thing that we request is for them to stay active throughout the year. Stay in contact with their chapter representative, helping out all the veterans and first responders, all that stuff. Just keep that family environment going. And that's it.
Awesome. Who's next? Just Passionate, I think. Just Passionate.
All right. A lot of mine have been answered. But let's see here. If you had to go and you're going to upgrade your cars you have, what's your go-to brand that you like to use for upgrade?
You probably need to say that again. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, sorry, my bad. If you had to go in when you go and upgrade your cars, what's your go-to brand for upgrades?
Man, that's a good question. Well, we have what I like about this hobby, right, is and about the organization that we have been able to meet a lot of the people behind any of the brands. Meet the people, not the parts or whatnot. Meet the people, enjoying hanging out with them. Joseph and the guys, and Sergent J mentioned already, Rock Pirates family. We usually that's what we use, and it's because of what they stand for and how they are with us, man. Just to let you a short story about them. Everywhere that we go, that O11C is part of, they go and take care of us. They go to us. They always feed all of our veterans. It doesn't matter how we have 15, 20. They always feed. Make sure, hey, Javier, just want to let you know we got breakfast, we got lunch, is whatever. They take care of our guys. They make sure they take the time listening to our guys, spending time. Most of us, we never been on a hobby. We're new to the hobby. A lot of stuff that we don't know. And Rock Pirates and other brands also, they spend the time and fixing, explaining how to install a servo, how to replace the electronic, how to replace a shock tower, all that stuff. I'm not just the bashers, not just the crawlers. All the guys, like we mentioned before, they have bashers in all the rigs as well, and they help. They take their time. So Rock Pirates is one of them. There are some of the stuff that we used to upgrade. Reef RC, another sponsor, huge sponsor that we have. We use Reef for electronics. We use Castle, or we use the Homes Hobby stuff, or Hobbywin. Many brands that we use a lot of their stuff. But again, goes back to mainly because we know the people behind this stuff, how important the connection they make with the organization, with our veterans and family members.
Who we at, Joseph?
Yeah, Rock Pirates. I'm gonna keep saying, just like Javier said, their stuff is quality. Their stuff is good. If you're into crawling, you're gonna really see the benefit from it. However, I've gotten to know them intimately. I know all of them, and like Javier said, I feel like I'm their adopted son everywhere I go. You know, all the events I go to, I run into them, and they welcome me in every single time. Um, it really does feel like a family. So I stand behind them. And when I have had whatever problems with my Rock Pirate stuff, they're very, supportive and helpful. I've had them take my rig and fix things for me where I didn't know what to do or I wasn't adjusting properly or whatever. They just take it from me and here you go, Joseph. We fixed it. Yeah. So really appreciate the Rock Pirates family. As far as electronic servo, Reefs is what I would go with for any upgrades. You could throw a Reefs raw 500 in just about anything and you're good. Over.
Dennis.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with those guys. The Rock Pirates, Reefs, Hobby Wings, the Holmes Hobby stuff. They're all great quality stuff. Rock Pirates is a veteran-owned company. So he's got a really, really good line of parts on his site. For tires, I definitely go J Concepts, bodies, J Concepts. But yeah, it's mostly the Reefs and the Rock Pirates again, It's all quality stuff. It's very well priced. We're not out there to try and break the bank. We're, just like everybody else working on a small budget and trying to maintain a fleet of trucks for yourself is a task.
That's to say the least.
Yeah. You try to put the good stuff in, but you also don't want to go broke.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly.
Shout out to a firm.
Sergent J.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna go on the crawler side. I'm gonna stick with the guys and really chime in on a little bit of the Rock Pirate stuff because I've had great experiences with all their parts that I've gotten from them. And I've been able to do a lot of things with a few different parts that I've gotten from them because they cross over to so many things I could use them for. So it was nice and easy. A lot of my crawler stuff, though, I tend to stay mostly stock. Maybe just a brass here and there. So a trio, that's a good one to get some of your upgrades. And then when we're talking about electronics on crawlers, you can't go wrong with a fusion system. So Hobby Wing, for me, is like a go-to for your motors and stuff. So that's a go-to all day. And especially on your 10 scales, your 10 scale crawlers and a little bit bigger than that, those fusion motors, you can't beat them. So even SE, either version of the SEs and the Pros as well. Now, servos, haven't had a lot of different style servos on crawlers. I've had a couple of perfect pass servos before, some AGF RC servos, Reef servos are great. I mean, Reefs hands down. I mean, they just perform. They do. They're really, truly rated how they say they are too. So I would stick with those as far as servos on crawlers just because of all around. You can't go wrong with some of your Amazon stuff though. On the 6 scales, there's some really good large scale servos for those on Amazon that you can find. Not really brand specific, but some of your Amazon special stuff. But moving over to your bashers, so RPM has been a big one for a long time. as far as like A arms and stuff like that, different things like wing
Yeah.
mounts, things like that. But you know, as 3D printing came online and a lot of people started making different I guess you would say tensile strengths of materials that they're using. There's a lot of different options out there for that stuff now. But that was a go-to, using RPM arms and hubs, wing mounts, wings for quite some time. T-Bone Racing went away, but T-Bone used to be huge in my book as far as some of their products that they made, wheelie bars, bumpers, all that stuff they used to make. But sad to see them go. But then when you start getting into like your super hard hitting, your basher stuff, you're gonna go with M2C, man. I'm telling you,
And
like
to see all the way.
if you're gonna beefcake something up, I'm telling you. And I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get paid by them. I don't get no free parts. I run their stuff, man. I've loved all the stuff I've gotten from them, and I've actually bashed so hard that I have broken one of their shock towers before. And you know what they did? I sent them the photos and the video when it happened. Send me a new one right off the bat, because they stand by the product. So if you can break one of their products, they're gonna probably send you another one, because there may have been some flaw in the way that it was molded or something, because those products stand up. But outside of that, upgrade parts. Yeah, it's pretty much it. RPM, M2C, T-Bone used to be a thing. And then any of your support your guys that do 3D printing on parts, for real. Like if you know people that do that stuff and like they're really good at it, support them, because they're
The
making
local
good
hobby
products
stuff.
out there now.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
and
got to
the
go to your
local hobby
locals.
stuff. Yeah.
If your local has some good stuff in there and they're supporting your community, support them too.
Yeah.
I'll say that too, because I don't have the greatest local hobby shop when it comes to like getting the parts I need, but if they have the things I need, I'm gonna go buy it from them.
Yeah.
Hands down, I will do it. So yeah, it's just I can't get a lot of stuff from my local one because they're more into indoor racing than anything else.
Mhm.
So when it comes to like all your bashers and stuff, they really don't carry a lot. But they got all my paint needs, they got all my little part needs, tools, like the small things. They have all that stuff. So go support them if you can.
Cool.
That's it for me.
Oh, so something I forgot to mention at the beginning is like shout out to all our sponsors. We have over 50 sponsors, guys. I could start naming
That was my next question.
everybody that's involved with the organization. We are very grateful. O11C is 24/7. We don't stop, guys. So some of these guys, some of the sponsors and supporters, they're involved. Like I mentioned, the VA classes and the VA outing, special outings that we have for our veterans. But huge shout out to all our sponsors that are always there, there for us. You know.
Awesome.
Cool.
Let me see. We got one in the chat. Louie, you next. Let's get this one in the chat first. Wild Bill said, first crawler recommendations for basher at heart.
That's a good one. Man, there's some good ones out there. Depends what you want. Depends on the budget, right? Like some of the guys mentioned earlier. It's hard. When we have, if you want RTR, or you want to build it. You know, if you want RTR, man, there's some good ones out there that good out of the box. There's some minimal upgrades that you can need to for them to perform, depending on your area that you guys are out there. So the axials is our go-to. We got the Red Cats Ascent, amazing rigs, man. Minimal stuff you need to do on those. The element rigs too as well, man. I know you cannot go wrong with any of those. And now also that's a little bit more expensive, the Vanquish rigs, man. They had the builders their kits build it, but some amazing rigs also very capable. So those are the main ones that you can utilize, and you go from there. Axial has the regular 10.3 trail truck / crawler, right? It's more of a trail truck, but you can upgrade it to become more into crawling. They have the Pro Kit, That's the one that Joseph loved, right, Joseph?
Yep,
Pro.
I love that one.
Those there's some of those rigs there are line killers, like we call them, man. And again, it depends on the state where you are, the location. Always check onto your crawler guys that are there, yeah, the crawler community, and see what the ones that they use in your area. That's what I always recommend. Good, yeah, good one, Mike. That TRX4
Great
Sport
question.
too. That TRX4 Sport, there are tanks. There are tanks. There are good trail trucks. Good trail trucks. Yeah.
What do you think, Mr. Roger?
No, I totally concur with Javier. I think that's the best route to go, for recommend. That basher hard. Yeah. Good question, Wild Bill. RC.
All right. Joseph.
Yeah, just like Javier said, I think that the 10.3 base camp is probably the best. I think it's the best beginner truck just overall to anybody trying to get into it. It's you get it and it's fun. It's zippy. It does move fast and once you're ready, you can just start throwing some upgrades at it and it'll crawl. You can get it, get some rock power stuff like we keep saying, and then it'll be a very, very capable truck. But if you want it, like you said, you're a basher at heart. It goes pretty fast. It's still like a zippy little truck. You want to slow down and do some slow crawling, or do that for you too. That I would say that's the best all around. Even not for a basher or just for somebody new. As if we're getting a first crawler, I think the base camp would be a good start. Specifically, it's just the best value. It's the most. I think one of the more inexpensive ones, and the quality that you get is worth it.
Perfect answer, Joseph. You answered the next question as well, so we don't even have to answer it.
And the part support, you want to make sure they had the good part support, to upgrade all that stuff. That's something you want to make sure that whatever with the one that you choose, that had all the upgrade parts that that you can get. Sorry.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Dennis.
Yes, I would agree with them. The Axial Base Camp is a great starter truck. Just do your research for aftermarket support. And pretty much like Javier was saying, depending on your terrain and how you want to use it, if it's going to be trail, light rock, and trail, it's all up to you how you want to do it. But the base camp's your best bang for your buck.
Awesome. Sergeant J.
All right, so I'm gonna agree with everything they said, and I'm gonna throw a wrench in here. All right, so if my opinion, right, this is my own opinion from experience running it. It may be a little bit more expensive than your base camp, but I'm not sure on that price. I haven't looked them up and compared them. But your Element Ecto, is going to be a high competitor to a base camp right out of the box. Yep. So maybe consider one of those two. They may be actually a little bit cheaper than a base camp, depending on where you get it from. But stock for stock RTR, man, it's going to give it a run for its money. So I would throw that one in there in the mix if you're thinking about getting it as a first RC, like go out and crawl and trail. A mix of both, you're gonna get both with the Ecto. It's really good out of the box. Don't have to do a lot to it at all, straight out the box. Crazy. Don't even make sense how well it does perform straight out the box. But I'll leave it at that with that one.
Awesome. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Shout out to the 34 watching. We're gonna grab a couple more from the chat, Louie. Then I'm gonna let you go. Out of the box said, as far as crawlers, do you like more comp style crawlers or scale look crawlers?
What was that question?
Did y'all hear the question? As far as crawlers, do you like more comp style crawlers or scale look crawlers?
I think I like all, man. I don't have no preference. Again, depends. Like we go all over the states and whatnot. Depends on the area that we go in. Like when we go to California, the guys have some more comp style crawlers, so we wanna, well, we want to keep those out there. But we like the scale stuff too, man. Make it look more realistic and whatnot, especially when we're going through the trails. Uh, uh, so it depends where you are and your preference, and so. But we have at least one of each. At least one of each we have.
Yeah, it's important because this guy right here, he'll have you in the swamps of Florida, to the deserts and mountains of California, mountains and Utah. I mean, man, you better be ready with hobby.
Oh yeah. Hey, Army all the way, infantry, baby.
So how about how about you, Mr. Roger? What you think?
Well, just
Comp
as how
style
you
or
said,
scale style? So you like the scale style as well?
I do. Like I said, we don't know where Javier call us and say meet up. We may be in an inlet watching people in the river in a yacht or something on the side of the beach. I mean, this guy, this is facts. He definitely, yeah. So you got to know when to look good. With your style. It's yeah.
All right. Joseph, same question.
Comp all the way.
Yeah.
I'll throw in a few stickers on there to make it look scale, but comp all the way.
Hey, it's nothing like that true performance, huh?
Yeah. Okay, I'll say this. While I don't prefer scale, I also don't want it to look like some weird thing either. I still want it to look like a truck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Dennis.
Well, for starters, I'm gonna agree with Rock Pirates in the chat. You can't have just one type of crawler. I've got scale, and then I've got trail and comp. It more or less depends on where you go. So, like when we go to beat the creek, I don't want to run my scale trucks because I don't want to take a chance of really, tearing them up on that type of trail. So I'll take out just a regular trail truck, or I'll run like my Ascent, which you can run comp or just trail with.
Oh, okay.
It's all personal preference, more or less. And you can take a regular trail truck and you can give it a scale look with just a body. It doesn't necessarily have to be a hard body scale truck, because then you start getting into weight balance and having to put a whole bunch of stuff in the interior and on the exterior, roof racks and drivers and just a whole bunch of different stuff. So it's a little bit of both.
Gotcha. Sergeant J.
I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet, man. I love the scale look more than anything else. So I'm one of those guys that will sit there and watch an hour-long video of scale RCs just driving down some trails, and that will put me at peace. It's weird, but I like the scale look more than anything else.
Gotcha.
So I'll leave it at that.
We got one more in the chat. Mouse said, is there a certain scale you prefer, crawlers and bashers?
Oh yeah, I got a good answer for that one.
Thank you,
Javier,
Roger.
you muted.
Thank you, Roger. I don't have no preference, man. Like Sergeant J said earlier, you just want to make it look realistic, nothing crazy and whatnot. I don't have no preference on scale. I think I want it to be like my trail trucks. I want it to look scale, but also and be capable. So decent trail truck and decent crawler. And the crawlers, the like belly draggers, like we call them, you want those to be performant, you cannot be that much scale. At least on mine, I don't. So I don't have no preference.
Do they mean scale size? What scale size we prefer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it meant. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, they're asking what scale you want, like size wise.
What 110 scale all the way. I know there's some other guys. Well, actually, we have and some other stuff, guys. Going back to the organization, right? We had 24 scale and a 118 scale, right? We utilize those so veterans are not as mobile, or veterans that are housebound, or they're in the hospital and whatnot. So we have a bunch of a 24 scale, and we have a 24 scale crawler courses and whatnot that we take to locations, and especially for those veterans. But yeah, 110 scale on my crawlers. Bashers, man. Basher, I like the big one, 6X on the Arma, man. I love Arma. I love. Oh, you cannot go wrong with this ones too, man. This
Oh, the
Groms.
Groms, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man,
I'm telling you, we all got some of those over here. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
brushless all the way, man. They could take a beating, they could jump, and they handle amazing. I was very, very, very impressed of this. So we have a few here on the organization that we have our so we can run with the guys and whatnot, race a little bit.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Fantastic. Mr. Roger, you got a certain scale you prefer?
Yeah, 110. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right.
Thank you.
Joseph.
Yeah, I prefer 110th. I have a few of the 124 scales, but it doesn't do it for me. I don't know what I can mess around with a little bit, like how you were saying, around the house or those rainy days, or I don't have time to go out to the trails and do whatever. It does. I get my fix, I guess, but I prefer the 10 scale.
Awesome. Dennis.
Definitely 10 scale. That's all I've got in here. Don't let this big one fool you. That's pretty old.
All right.
Yeah, that's a old 1/5 scale toy grade that I'm gonna be converting over to hobby grade.
I was gonna say something, Dennis, but I ain't gonna say it.
I know you were.
This is old.
Sergent J.
All right, so I'm gonna have to be in agreement. So 10 scale for crawlers is a sweet spot. You're not gonna beat 10 scale. They look good on camera. They're just fun to take around. They're not too heavy. They're not too bulky to move around. I tried all the small RC crawlers for a while, the 18 scales, and they don't do it for me. So a lot of those I don't really hold on to very long. The smallest one I have right now is the cappers, the 4-wheel steer cappers, the mini capper ones that they just came out with, and those are a beast once you set them up right with the 4-wheel steer. So I like those, but anything smaller than that, I'm not doing it on the crawler side. But they're cool to look at to me. Like I got a bunch of buddies that do a whole bunch of cool stuff with them, but they don't do it for me. So they're just not as capable, and you have to stick to the very small things where you're gonna run them at. Whereas I can take my 10 scale and then jump up to the 6. And when I jump up to the 6, it's a whole different ball game. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's snow out there. That thing is just gonna run through everything, and it's easy to clean, easy to maintain. Like, but you got to carry that thing too. 30 pound truck. You got to carry that thing around. That can be a hindrance. So make sure you got extra packs so you don't gotta walk it out once the batteries die, stuff like that. But yeah, 10 scale is a sweet spot on crawlers. 6 scale is like I don't care what terrain it is. And then I don't do the minis. But on the basher side, 8 scale is a sweet spot. When you get into smaller stuff like a 10 scale, though, they break less because they're way less, if that makes sense. There's not as much force hitting anything when it lands or you've run into something. it's less likely to really snap anything because there's not as much inertia behind it when it hits something. But when the A scale with the right parts, you're not gonna beat it. Because if you go bigger, there's too much weight that's just gonna hit everything, and when you land on the arm or you land tumble, you're just gonna snap something without even trying. So I mean, I've experienced that with the 8th scale. I mean, the 8S Creighton, 8S Outcast. What else? The X Max. Just everything like large scale. Once you start going big with the bigger trucks, you will break stuff, and don't matter how hard you try to not break it, it's gonna snap stuff because of the weight. But that's just inevitable. It's just gonna happen. What is everybody laughing at in the comments right now? What's going on? What did I miss? I'm talking. Was I rambling on and said something crazy? What happened?
No, somebody, Alexa said, the
forget
reminder to take out the
out.
trash, and Read Effect said, I already took out the trash. Thanks for the reminder. I don't know who Alexa said that, but somebody Alexa was talking.
That's funny. I'm like, wait, what did I say? Did I say something crazy or what? What's going on?
No,
But yeah, so yeah, for me, that's the sweet spot. 1/8 for bashers, and then your 1/10 for your crawlers.
Awesome. Louie, fix it.
I see y'all love the crawlers, right? So my question is to you guys: what was your all-time favorite crawler kit that you got to build? And if you didn't get to build your all-time favorite yet, what would be your all-time favorite to build?
That's a good question, bro. Hey, that's deep, bro. That's deep.
We're digging in our minds right now.
I'm sorry, what's going on tonight with all these loaded questions?
Yeah, my freestyle ain't bad tonight.
Hold on.
My freestyle is looking real
hold
good
on,
tonight.
fellas. Hold on. Timeout. Let's hit the timeout. We gotta call somebody out. We gotta get somebody on solo. Because somebody, now, before I put this person on solo, somebody came over here the other night and said, hey, y'all guys, make sure you got all y'all questions ready. And then he just had the nerve to say, what's up with these loaded questions? Huh?
These are all loaded questions.
I knew what he was going to do that.
Hey, he the one told us to get our questions ready now.
But that's a good question, though. Good question, bro. I will say the Vanquish, man. I mean, in my experience, the one that I built, the Vanquish, the Pro kit, man. Yeah, that one, it was awesome to build, man. Awesome to build. Yep.
I know for me, it was the base camp, working with the veterans at the VA. As we were showing them, I was actually being shown myself. So it was a good time. So for me, the base camp.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's the one we're using at the VA hospital on those VA classes. We're building the base camp 10-3 kit.
Awesome.
Over.
Joseph.
For me, it's a sentimental one. It was the Axial SEX10 Pro. I had a couple RTRs before that, a couple 10.2s. And then I kind of fell out of the hobby for a little bit, then picked them back up. And I found that I'm enjoying this again. And then I was convinced, like, just get a kit. Just get a kit. And it was the 10 Pro. I got it for Christmas. I opened it Christmas Eve. I had a Christmas party to go to the next day, so I stayed up all night building it. I didn't have any of the tools that I needed. I didn't have anything that I needed, but because I was brand new into the hobby. But I stayed up that whole night and built it. Had to take some stuff apart because I didn't build it right, and then did it again and finally put it together, got it going. 3 weeks later, I found Operation 11 Charlie, and here we are, and that's why it's my favorite kit that I've built so far.
Awesome. Dennis.
Out of everything that I have in here, probably my favorite kit to build was this one here. It's the Cross RC SU4C. It was one of the first hard bodies that I put together. All the detail, interior lights, all scale accessories, you know, and just seeing how it moves across the ground, just with the realistic sway and the way the suspension moves, that's probably my favorite out of all of them that I have built. I mean, it took me 2 months to put that truck together from start to finish. So that's out of the hard bodies, that's my favorite build.
Oh, okay. Sergeant J.
Hey, for me, it's gonna be Goldie. That was my funnest build so far because all the work it took to find all the gold parts and things like that, just make all that gold work. Doing that gold paint jobs, first time I ever tried one of those. First time I tried to do like the cartoon style paint job with the different type of lines. And then on the outside of the crawler side, go into bashers or race stuff, my techno stuff. So I built quite a few technos over the years. So I built an ET48 2.0, the Techno MT410, which I can show you guys if you want to see it. I actually I just worked on it a little bit, so I got it going again. So it's going to get bashed again soon. That thing's had an evolution over the years of what it's turned into. And then EB48 2.1 race buggy. So I'll show you guys both of those since I still have those sitting here. But you guys saw Goldie as far as crawlers. That was my funnest crawler build so far because I got to actually build everything from a kit. Taking a kit from a box and then the chassis rails and then a bunch of Rock Pirates parts and just making it work. And I love doing that whole process and then reaching out to the community, reaching out to Javier. Hey, do you guys know if this works with this? You know, what works with what? And then looking at their website and asking them questions from Rock Pirates, and they're hitting me back. Yeah, that'll work with that. Javier's letting me know what he thinks is going to work from his experience. Other guys in the community are like, yeah, that'll mate right up to that. You shouldn't have no problems with these axles or this gearing or whatever. And they're just throwing me information. So I was loving it. And that was the first crawler actually built from the chassis with all the parts and did it my way. So that's what I like about it. As far as the basher side, though, yeah, those technos are where it's at for me as far as kit builds because they're super intuitive, easy to build. The manuals are phenomenal. Like the way they do the photos and everything is like to scale, so it looks like what you're actually working on. So when it says it's this long on the photo, you could literally set it on the photo on the actual manual, and that's how long the turnbuckle is from end to end, eye to eye on it. So that kind of stuff, like it's just nice. But let's show you real quick the MT410, one of my all-time favorite bashers. I had this thing for about 4.5 years now, and this is the V1. There is a V2 Techno MT410. Nice. It's not as cool as this one though. The stock, the original version, you're not gonna beat it. So these are the Copperhead 2 4S version armor tires. Fits perfect on this smaller 10 scale. It was considered an A scale, but I call it a 10 scale. Just because how the short wheelbase is, but it's like the same size as your Notorious. But this is a Russian unbreakable body, super hard body here. You'll break the truck before you break the body every time, which happened a lot to me. But M2C front shock tower, rear shock tower, shock caps, shock setup in here, top plate for the steering system there, and then the chassis itself, the center brace that goes all the way to the end of the motor here, and another top brace that holds the center diff, and then goes to the back for the rear bulkhead. Man, this thing is crazy. It is absolutely insane. Only running on 4S. It is 6S capable with the Hobby Wing system. I'm running at 2200 kV. But man, this thing is a monster. So stay tuned for looking out for those videos, man. It's coming soon. But yeah, that's my favorite kit that I've ever built. But it did evolve over the years from what it came as, because it did not have the same chassis, same shocks, and all the other stuff in there with the shock towers and everything else. But yeah, fun stuff, fun kit.
Man, the importance of these kids, man, especially for our organization, for our veterans, man, that keep us focused, keep our mind busy, right? Keeps our mind in the right place, and for us to have a purpose. And when our guys, us veterans, we lose a purpose, that's when, you know, demons come to our head. You know, that's why we lose so many guys daily. So just building a simple rig, man, all that stuff. Looking forward to what to do next, the parts to buy for this build, or the outings that you're gonna have with the organization, or meet up with our guys. You have a purpose, so you keep your mind into it, man. This is how important all this stuff for us is, man. So awesome stuff, guys.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to show y'all the buggy. And then, like Javier is saying, like, I literally feel like I have to keep doing something. Like, I got to keep building a kit, doing something. Like, I build stuff for people on the side, and it keeps me going. It keeps my mind moving. It keeps me occupied. I don't have idle thoughts of anything else going on. I just keep it moving. I think about things that was going on in my life, like how I can strategize and get through situations or whatever. We all have a lot of things going on in our life all the time. So this is my way of, like, we call it RC therapy all the time. When we're out rock crawling, that's my therapy. I go out every weekend. That's my time away from the house, you know, just not thinking about everything else that's going on. Just get out there running for a little bit and just have some fun, and meet up with your guys and see how they're doing. Ask them how they're doing. They check on you, you check on them, and everybody has a good time. So I'm in line with exactly what he's saying, and that's what it's all about. So, but yeah, this is a Techno too. This is another really cool build. Very fun build. Super fast around the track. It's insane, and it can bash. It's buggies are built very stout. A lot of people don't really run a lot of buggies, but they're built so stout and so compact that it's hard to break them. Yeah, that's my Techno buggy. Second favorite style of build is buggies.
Shout out to the 40 in the house, man.
40 in the house. That's what's up.
I know it's Linden Go, but we're gonna grab this one right here. Mike Bird said, if you got a crawler kit to build, do you wait until you have everything to finish the build before you start?
Bro, that's a good one. Especially me, and I know most of our guys do the same. When we order a kit, right, just waiting for that kit, it's like ordering parts. They're ordering this, ordering that, ordering this, ordering that. I have wheels, or you get wheels or tires. Okay, I need to get a kit for this wheels and tires. It's not like you're gonna replace those tires and wheels to put another rig. No, I need to build a rig for this kits, for this tires and wheels. So, no, man, we start as soon as, at least me, as soon as I start get that kit, whatever, I start at the same time I start getting parts or whatnot. Or if it hasn't been released, I'll start ordering some stuff until the kit is released, and then I order it, you know. So shout out to a firm.
How about you, Mr. Roger?
You know, I think it's kind of hard to do that, because as you progress, you think of different things and you see different things that you want to add on. So no, I just, yeah, I think that's exciting.
RTR, he keeps saying RTR
Yeah,
stuff. RTR.
Gotcha. Joseph.
Yeah, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting at all. Yeah, I'll start putting it together, and as things come in, I'll start putting the rest on there. But like Javier said, I won some kind of VRD chassis kit from Rock Pirates once, and I, just like Javier said, I thought, now I got to go buy that kit, to be able to use this. Yeah, but to answer the question, no, I'm not gonna wait at all. Not even a little bit.
Dennis.
Unlike those guys, I have a little bit of patience. I'll open the box, look at it, and sit back to see what kind of theme I want to do with it first. Then as I start building, I just try to stay with that theme. But there's times that you just look at it and say, you know what, I'm just going to build it, and it is what it is. But yeah, that's why when I did this one, the 2 months that it had taken, I took my time on it. I didn't rush through it. I just sat back and looked at it, seen what I wanted to do. And it sat in the box for probably 2 weeks before I actually started to build it.
Got you. Sergeant J.
You guys already know how I get down. Y'all see me working on RCs, and if I get the RC, it's getting put together ASAP, and it'll probably be done in like a couple hours. Cause I can't wait. Like if I get that box in, I'm opening it and I'm trying to put it together immediately because I want to see how it comes out. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm just like that. I'm super like. I don't like to sit around waiting. If it's sitting there, I'm like, yo, why am I not building this? Why am I not building this? What's going on? And I just want to build it. I might wait until that weekend, but yeah, it's getting built all in one sitting. I don't wait around. Right. I don't do pieces of it. Like I just put it together. Like the other night we were doing a live, and I think I worked on 5 trucks during that live. Fixed all of them during that live. I just keep it going. That's the mechanic in me though. Like I just like wrenching. So I just find a problem, fix it. Find another problem, fix it. If I gotta go over a truck, I'll fix it. I just keep it moving until I got nothing else to work on. Then I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do now? Now I gotta figure something out that's broke. Find something that's broke, or go take it out and bash it and break it so I can fix it again. But yeah, it's getting built as soon as I get it.
Absolutely. Linden.
Yeah, I got a question. So how many inducted members are in your organization as of today?
Good question, man. We have around 300 veterans all across the states, you know, from here to Florida all the way to Alaska.
Wow.
Yes. No, not yet. Oh.
All right. Guess it's on me. So let me see. Let me get my questions. Where can we buy Operation 11 Charlie merchandise?
Good question. Good question. Every time we are an event, we always have most of the events we have merchandise. So if not, reach out to us on the website, and any merchandise we got left, we'll be gladly to sell it. But we have hats, we have shirts, we have a bunch of other stuff, dog tags. So a lot of stuff that we have when we any events that we go to. So.
Awesome. Just bashing it.
I think pretty much all of my questions have been answered, I believe. Yeah, looking at them here, pretty much all of them been answered.
All right. Louie, fix it. You got anything?
He's muted.
You on mute, Louie?
I didn't know I was muted. Sorry about that. So what was your military background, and what was your where would you assign during your service?
What was the last part, Louis?
Where was
Where
you
we were
assigned during
assigned.
your service?
Okay.
Yeah. Good question, Louis. So me, I was 11 Charlie being infantry motorman for many years, 10 years. Then right after that, I reclassed 91 Lima heavy equipment mechanic. Don't ask me about mechanic because I did it. No damn mechanic. Went back to Army. But I started out of Fort Benning, Georgia, home of the infantry who. And then my last duty station was Fort Hood, Texas. Fort Hood, Texas. The good old clean in Texas. That's when I got medical retired.
Well, I started out in Norfolk, Virginia on an aircraft carrier. Then I went to an oiler. Then I went to the Naval Hospital, Portsmouth, Virginia. Then I went to Naples, Italy. Then I came back to another aircraft carrier. Then I went to NATO. I was at NATO for almost 4 years. And then from NATO, I said I wanted to go back to sea. So I went to an amphibious ship. And then after that, I was ready to retire. And I went to a small patrol boat unit because I want the Navy to teach me to drive boats before I retire. So I lived in Dubai, like I said, Italy. Then I ended up my whole career in Norfolk, Virginia. I did a few years contracting for the Air Force, and it was fun. Like I said, friends all over the world. You know,
You did 20-something years, right?
24, yeah, ended up
24
doing
years.
24, contracted for 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, had a little fun with it.
And that's why always Roger is in a cruise, so he means the water. Right, Roger? I call Roger Willie, I go straight to voicemail. This guy is in a cruise. So every 2 months.
I did 7 cruises last year.
7 cruises. So it tells you that this the Navy guy needs the water, man. It's the water.
Wow. All right, Joseph.
Yeah, I started my Army career just like Javier at Fort Benning was my basic training. Follow me, I guess. And then my MOS, I did 35 Fox, was a satellite control or something like that, satellite communications. Then I reclassed to 35 Fox. Intelligence is what I did. My first duty station, I was in Germany, and then my last duty station was out of Fort Carson in Colorado. I did one tour. It was a blast with my friends, and I had a great time. Met just like Roger said, I've met so much great people in my career in the military, and still friends with them. And I'm still meeting great people from the military afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. We're gonna put Dennis on the spot. I'm just messing with you.
That's back way. I was
I know. I know, but Dennis is a part of the organization. So, hey, just tell us about your the things you've done with the organization. Give us a little background of what you've done with the organization. We're gonna switch the question up for you a little bit.
Yeah, he's dad, right? Dennis, your dad served, right?
Yeah, my father was a Navy Seabee, so he served the end of the Second War and all of the Korean War.
Okay.
And I've got a son-in-law that's been deployed to Kuwait twice. I've got a bunch of friends that I've went to school with that have been in and have retired. And when I first found out about 011C, I want to say that was about 5, maybe 6 years ago. And I did an event here in Ohio. It was a poker run with trail trucks. And I had 46 drivers show up. I raised close to $2,000 and sent all of that over to 011C. I did it for the veterans for the organization. The following year, I did another one. I called it Got Your Six. You had a team of 3. First person who went through, you wanted to make sure that you had one of the most capable trucks in your group, and you couldn't go to the next obstacle until the rest of your group was through. So if any of them were having trouble, you had to help them with your truck. And that was another big hit, raised quite a bit of money. And then me, along with a couple other friends who are now part of the organization, did a charity comp for the organization. And again, it raised a bunch of money. And right after that was my second year at Beat the Creek in Maysville, Kentucky. I got a phone call from Javier one day saying that he wasn't going to be able to make it, that there was some personal things going on. Asked if I could help out at the booth. Sure, not a problem. Anything you need me to do. Well, I got there and I talked with all the guys there that were attending. Said, all right, we'll let you know. Got a couple inductions that we're going to do. Said, okay, just let me know. Well, about 11:30, 12 o'clock Saturday, I was just walking around Vendors Row and my phone went off and it says, hey, can you meet me at the booth? I just walked down 2 booths and I was there. Well, little did I know that this was all set up. And that's when I was inducted.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
That was when I knew that all the hard work that I did helping out didn't go unseen. They noticed it, and I didn't expect anything back. And, I'm very grateful that Javier accepted the organization along with everybody else. It's a great group of people. It's something that you'll never forget when you're inducted. Sergeant J knows what I'm talking about. It's a big hit.
100%. Yep.
Awesome.
To this day, it's anything that I can do for him, I'll do. It doesn't matter.
That's what we love about Dennis, man. We have a bunch of civilians, very humble, and always keep the mission first, right? The cause first, so important. And Dennis didn't mention also all the guys, him and all the boys and some of the other guys always building kits for induction ceremonies or raffles that we're gonna do, stuff like that. Always working behind the scenes nonstop, giving the time to those veterans, man. When they go to an event, they give the time, like they care. They sit down and they look those veterans in the eye, give their time, and spend time with them. So people like Dennis, and we have a bunch of civilians that are very humble and keep that cause and true to the cause and what's the cause all about, man, and how serious the organization is about. Like I mentioned, I cannot stress it enough. Without this hobby, what all 11C does, and these guys, like some of these guys with a purpose, like I mentioned before, they're keeping alive on the other side of the ground, man. So that's we love our civilians, and we love everybody that is part of the organization, all our sponsors, you guys, people that help us share, what our veterans go through and whatnot. So we are also working in collaboration with other veterans nonprofit as well. It's not just a RC, so it's more than that. The RC is just a tool of what we do. So we're very grateful for Dennis and all our civilians that are part of that.
Thank you, guys.
You know, and unknown RC Eric, I've been talking with him for, I want to say it's been 6 years now, and I helped him get out of a dark place. Him and I we're inseparable when we're at an event. And this last May, when I had went to Beat the Creek, Eric had come out and we did Eric's induction, and I actually did the induction for it. And it was emotional for both of us. Not only bringing him in, but knowing that I helped him stay above ground. So, I mean, we talk every day, whether it's a text, a live stream, or just some Instagram memes that we send back and forth. There's always contact between us. And while we were at Beat the Creek, Javier was helping one of the veterans working on a truck and had mentioned that he just needed a part. And that's all I had to hear. I went running around Vendors Row. I found the part, came back, put it on the table, and the veteran tried to give me the money back for it. And I told him, no. All I want is to see you smile and have a good time. I didn't do it to get reimbursed. I didn't do it to show that, hey, I did that, not him. I did it because I wanted to. So any way that I can help, like I said, that's what I do. It's about them. It's not about me.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Sergeant J.
All right, so my background, so I'm an Air Force civil engineer. My current rank is Master Sergeant, which is E7 in the Air Force. Your Master Sergeant on the other branches usually is like for Army, that's an E8 position, Marine Corps E8. I don't know all the Navy ranks, so forgive me on that, Roger.
Master Chief.
It's hard to remember all those. So Master Chief would be an E7?
That would be a Chief Petty Officer.
Oh, it's Chief Petty Officer, okay. And then Master Chief is the next step to E8, right?
Senior and then Master.
Senior, then Master, okay. Yep, so I've been in, coming up on 21 years. Started off at Texas, so of course BMT for the Air Forces in San Antonio at Lackland Air Force Base. Get out of tech school, get out of the base to go to tech school. Just go up the road to Wichita Falls at Shepherd Air Force Base. Do my tech school for my AFSC, which is an Air Force Specialty Code, which like on the Army side would be your MOS. So my specialty code is 30X2, which is power production. So I specialize in generators and aircraft arresting systems. A lot of people don't know what an aircraft arresting system is, so I'll explain it easily. So Roger knows a lot about these from aircraft carriers. A system that will stop a jet on an aircraft carrier, we have that on the ground, and it's in the form of a braking system that uses brakes no different than what's on your car, where it clamps down on a reel, and that reel spinning and a tape is purchasing out, and there's a cable across the runway that a hook grabs onto, and whatever that weight that aircraft is moving at, as far as the speed and the weight of it, is how hard that system grabs to break it. We have that system on the ground, so I work on those, install them, maintain them. And on the other side is generators, so any backup power systems, whether it's a small pull start gas power engine, anything up to, I've worked on generators as high as 6.6 megawatt power plants and bigger. So just a lot of different plethora of skills that I've gained over the years. Went from basic to Ramstein, Germany, started in Germany. So I did 2 years out there. Then I went to McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey. where I spent a couple years there. Went on my first deployment out of there to the UAE. Met my wife when I came back from the deployment, and been happily ever after with her. We just had our 15-year anniversary, so shout out to my wife. She's my rock. She's held me down through everything, and she's been my biggest supporter. Next to all my brothers with 11 Charlie and all my brothers in arms that I've served with, and the sisters out there too. So went from McGuire to a year in Korea. So I did South Korea for a year. Got back, and we went down to Florida, and that's where I spent almost 9 years from 2010 to 2018, going into 2019 almost, before I got an assignment to Aviano. During that time in Florida, I deployed 2 more times out of there, and then one was to Afghanistan, another one was to Saudi Arabia, and a bunch of different little small jobs in between there. But that's where I was ducking Javier the whole time. He was down there the whole time, never ran into him, never met him, didn't know he was living around that area until after I left. And I was like, oh man, I was out there for all this time and never knew you were out there doing this awesome stuff. But it was cool to be able to link up with him later. So after the Florida tour, I went to Aviano, Italy, spent 4 years there. And then while I was there, I was non-deployable because I was the deployment manager. So I was the one sending everyone out, doing all the legwork to get everybody to and from where they needed to go. So gained a lot of skills doing that, and that's where I picked up E7 at that assignment. And then PCS back out here to Colorado Springs at Peterson Space Force Base. So now I work under the Space Force as a civil engineer unit that supports the whole base. And it's been a challenge. It's crazy with everything going on in the world right now. And you have the cyber challenges, the space challenges, all the different mission aspects going on that we deal with, and that's what brought me to today. And I'm happy to keep serving. I took a service commitment to help out my kids with a bunch of college stuff going on, so we're still rocking and rolling, and I still love what I do, so I don't mind it. So yep, that's my career in a nutshell.
Awesome. Who go with whose turn?
Hold on. Can I interrupt 1 second?
No problem.
Oh, we got.
Nah, I just want to give you guys. I need everybody in the chat to throw their hands up. Give these guys applause for what they did, what they doing today. Still, man, that's definitely. I'm definitely impressed with you guys, man. I appreciate everything you guys are doing, man. I just wanted to do that. You know, I just want to see their hands inside the chat, giving you guys applause with this one right here, man.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
brother. Thank you all.
appreciate you, Louie.
Thank you,
Appreciate
thank
you.
Hey, you know how we do around here. We got to give it to him right, Louie. We got to give it to him right.
Good feeling.
Yes, sir. I'm not sure who go with it. Who's next? Is anybody next? Who's next?
Yeah, we all went.
Yeah, I think
I
we're
got
good.
Linden. It's Linden.
Oh, matter of fact, we got one in the chat. I just was looking at it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, fellas. We got one in the chat. Let's get this one in the chat. I just was looking at it. Ooh, we click off of it and disappear.
But that last question was
Okay,
me.
right here.
Linden is the next one.
What's all
Yep,
your
there you go. I
strategy
just-
with your better half when purchasing RC parts?
I always blame Rock Pirate. Thank you, Rock Pirate, for sending me this. Thank you, Roger.
They gave it to me. Hey, they gave it to me.
I won on the raffle.
That's
Oh
me.
my God. I won on the raffle. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to a firm.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, that's
For real.
Hey, I might have to steal that line from you. Hey, yes, sir.
It was a giveaway.
That's
Hey, that
me.
was a good one. Joseph, what you got?
And that is the line I use for real. I won it in the raffle.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I see that might work, so I might have to try that one. Dennis, what's your strategy, Dennis?
No strategy. She just says, "What's new?" And what are you looking at buying?
That's cool.
Yeah, I understand that. Nothing wrong with
That's
that.
cool.
She's behind me 100%.
Sergeant J, what you got?
I got 2 lines. So the first one, right? Well, not even a line though. The first strategy is get it and put it on the bottom shelf down there. You just put it on the bottom shelf. They don't see it, right? They don't even see it. They ain't worried about it. The second one is I sold a RC, so I got this one. But the other RC still on the shelf.
It's at the bottom.
Collecting dust. Hey, collecting dust.
I hope she ain't watching right now. She do tune in sometimes.
Yeah.
That is too funny. That is too funny.
No, reality though, the truth though, a lot of times she just say you deserve it. Go ahead and get it. If you can get it right now, go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
But that's just how it goes.
Yeah,
I just gotta be smart about how I do things, but yeah.
That's what's up.
I have had to use those lines before though, and do that hiding stuff before.
Linden, what you got?
Yeah, before you kind of answered the question for me, but you said you have over about like 50 sponsors, and I wanted to know, would you can you name a couple of more sponsors, like big brand sponsors you have?
Oh my Lord! I hope I don't always forget people, but we have, man, Horizon. That includes Axial, Proline, you know, all that stuff. Element. We have Rock Pirates here in the chat. We have Reefs RC. Help me out, guys. I know I'm gonna forget. Homes Hobby. Appreciate you. We have. With JJ Customs, we have a bunch of hobby shops. Actually, I should. Let me see. We have a bunch of stickers here, man. Yeah, Hobby Win always supporting Helios with the Helios batteries. We have MIP. There's a bunch of guys supporting the VA classes and outer stuff. So MIP always, Cow RC always present and supporting the stuff for those classes at the VA hospital. Power Hobbies, Dixieland RC, J Concept. We got stuff from Dr. Dance RC. That's a bunch of local hobby shops. My goodness. I'm not forgetting people. Somebody's gonna get.
We got IERC Scaler, Dixieland
So
RC,
many of them.
JJ Customs, 307 Scale Hobbies, Team Tactical Foundation, Carryall, RC Amigos, RC Pit Products, Eric Warren and Adventure RC, Scale Metal Supply, Shen RC, MIP, Colossal Metalworks, Jim's Bearings, DSM, K&K Hardware, Moab Mobile Mechanic, Darkside 3D, Kevin Gibbs, Soar Racing, That Scale RC Show, A&M Garage, Big Squid, Wrecker RC, Scale Fab, RC Addict, D-Links, Precision RC Works, Vader Products, Ultimate Scale Truck Expo, Helios, Bauhaus, Scale Audio Solutions, KS2 General Contracting and Roofing, Rock Pirates, RC 4-Wheel Drive, Georgia Rock Zombies, Joe Ropes and Rig Ropes, Remote Control Hobbies Orlando, Faded Cuts Barbershop Palm Bay, Florida, Adams Playground, Wounded Warrior Project, Mission 22, and Reefs RC.
Wow. Who y'all
And
not
we also
connected with?
added-
And
Right,
to
so y'all basically got the whole RC
Word.
all around
Word.
the world.
We also added lanyards by Tony this year.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Lanyards by Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, we have
Considering
a
all the organization does, they should have all those sponsors, honestly.
Exactly.
And actually, they should have more.
And you know what's humble about this? All these people always came to us. We want to be part of what you guys do. They met these veterans in the trails, at the events, or anywhere, and they just want to become part of it and how they can help out. And there's a bunch of sponsors, supporters, a bunch of guys that constantly helping out and whatnot. So, yeah.
I was gonna say that, Javier. There's people that aren't even sponsors that I've been out and about, and they're just here you go, your Operation Living Charlie. Here you go.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you couldn't
Also,
imagine the amount of
Huh?
love that
USO.
we
USO.
received.
Yeah.
I done met
I mean,
people out on them trails on that first event that I went to at Badlands, and just got so much love and just so much support.
Yeah.
Just everybody just wanted to help out and just do things
Yeah.
to take care of us. It was cool, man. Just being able to meet them people, and it's like very humbling experience, you know.
And all that it takes when we do this event, this outing, guys, you know, as O11C says, we take these veterans out to those events, and not just the veterans, that we help them with lodging, food, and all the stuff, the tickets to come in and whatnot. So not just for them and their family. You know, we want the family to become part of it and travel to those locations. So it's a bunch of stuff that it goes to make this so these veterans can go out, and plus the VA classes and all that other stuff. So all these raffles that there's a bunch of RCs and a bunch of RC groups, all that's always doing raffle, helping raise money to the organization so we could keep doing what we're doing there. It's just very humbling.
Hmm.
wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, y'all doing great things, man.
Much love, bro. Thank you.
Absolutely. Where we at?
It's
So
on
me.
you, Urban.
All right, let me see what I got here.
Let's see.
Oh, Just Passionate must have fell off. Did I kick him out?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there
I don't know. It looked glitched out or something.
Hey, I had to put everybody back in order. Can we see some of your RC collection?
Where's your Roger? You forgot yours.
Yeah. Well, mine is yours.
Okay.
Mine. There we go.
I don't know. Well, you guys can see here. I don't know. Again, most of this stuff is like we have, like our chapter. They have loaners, right? Loaners when we bring veterans in, a first responder, first time, never been at RC, so we have RC so they can utilize and get together with us. But I could show. I know there's a bunch of bashers here, man. Just small scale here. So it's one of my favorite right here, man. This
Oh
Mojave
yeah.
EXP, bro. This
That's a
is
6S, 6S CSB.
bro.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh
Is
yeah.
this
Linden over there taking polls again, guys. Linden over there taking a poll. Hey, Linden, this is not a poll question, Linden.
Hey,
So
hey,
we
Louie,
have-
he didn't bring no. Never mind.
Let me see here. We have some special.
The fire team.
Yeah, he bring that fire team out. You see what he brought out.
Oh, yeah, the Mojave is a big one. I can't doubt that the Mojave ain't a big one.
Actually, yeah, we have a
Yeah.
fire team. We have an oil and sea fire team. It is actually right now it's in Maryland. So this is another one here.
Dang.
There's a bunch of people from the RC painters and builders that are always doing stuff for the organization. So this is the Red Cat Ascent, man.
That's nice.
So
That's the logo on the side.
Got that Iron Man look to it.
yeah, this one that somebody was mentioning in the chat. What was the favorite kit to build? This is right here, the Pro Vanquish Pro, man. A little bit of scale there, Stormtrooper inside.
That color is crazy
Nice.
Yeah. This is Highway 1, Chris. I don't know, it's a huge group down there in California, Highway 1. Man,
Yeah,
they did this years ago for us, man. Amazing job they did on this. And that's it, Roger. The same thing, yeah. Yeah, that's it, man. I think. Oh, the Kayla's right. We got Kayla's. That's the blue one, Roger. The
Is
G.
that a Gladiator?
Yeah, that's the G. Oh, the Gladiator's inside.
Hey, fellas, we got some feedback. Did somebody cut some headset? Cut a
The other
headset
one, the
on?
blue one. That's Kayla's.
Yeah, it's a heavy feedback.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, we got some feedback. Did somebody cut a headset on? If you did, make sure you adjust the settings in the in StreamYards, go in there and turn your extra. Matter of fact, you're gonna have to adjust the audio for the headphones because I think you pick it using both mics.
Yeah, I don't think it's them.
No.
Yeah, I muted myself, and I'm still hearing it.
Yeah, I muted myself. It still was there.
Yeah, I muted mine. I still heard it.
Yeah, the same here. I muted myself, and it's still, I don't know.
Was it
Bobby,
me?
when
I
you
just
speak,
muted
I don't
myself.
hear any feedback.
Now, when you
it seems
muted
good
yourself, nobody was talking.
I think we're
So
good
it's
now.
on now.
Mute. I think mute yourself again,
Now I
Ty.
hear
Nah, it's not you, Ty.
No, it's somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have no headphones on.
Yeah. So the last one was this is wife, Greg. So you gotta keep the wife happy. So she.
His headset's probably dying.
Somebody in the chat said they blame Dennis.
It's still happening now.
Yeah, I wonder what it is.
I don't know who it is. It's not.
Nah, I was muted just now, and I ain't hear it.
Same here.
Either that or somebody's YouTube going in the background.
Hey, did somebody turn their volume up on their device by accident? Second device, maybe.
Can I ask a
Mic
question
check.
to everybody?
Mic check. It's gone. It's gone. Nope. Still got it a little bit.
Very little.
Okay.
All right, Dwayne said, Linden, you're the only one that doesn't echo.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Linden? You're not, because you weren't saying anything.
That's
When
weird.
he's speaking, though, I don't hear nothing. I hear no feedback when he talks, though, at all.
That was all.
Yeah,
I'll go mute again.
Mic check. Mic check.
Still there.
I done went around and muted everybody. I don't know what it is. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. Just keep going.
Okay.
All good, man. Hey, Joseph, you said you wanted to ask everybody a question?
Yeah, just a simple question. What would you buy for somebody new to try to keep them in the hobby? Like, what would you hand them to, like, you know, get them, I guess, addicted to the hobby?
Mic check.
That's a good one. Are we gonna go around? Or
So
just
hold
let
on.
Linden?
Yeah, right. We can go around.
Do y'all hear any feedback?
No, it's
Nah,
not
it
time.
went away
It's
now.
gone.
Yeah, it's gone
It's
now.
gone.
Linden,
I'll
I
probably
muted you.
grab.
Do you have anything going on? I muted Linden.
Yeah,
That's
I don't hear
crazy. When he talked, no feedback. But when I mute him,
Linden, you
know,
don't have
that's
a
weird.
second thing open?
Yeah, there's no feedback now at all.
Yeah,
That's
Linden, do
weird.
you have another device open?
take him off. See if he can't. He's not talking anyway.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna take you off mute. Yo,
Yeah,
mic check.
mic check.
Yeah, it's back. Nah,
It's back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still hear it a little bit.
Linden, adjust your settings in your in the app. In StreamYards, go to settings and adjust your audio. You might have to change it to speakerphone. Because it's probably set on default.
To answer your question,
No,
Joseph, I'm
it is
with
on
Mike Bird
default.
in the comments.
Yeah, put it on speakerphones. What is it? Speakerphone or something?
All right, yeah, I got it on
microphone,
speakerphone now.
microphone feedback and all that.
Not no more. Do it. Talk again, Linden.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's, I got it on speakerphone.
Boom.
Yeah,
no more feedback.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, like the audio, like you got to go in there and adjust your audio every time you. I don't know. That's weird. Why it won't work on default? But sometimes you got to go in there and change it.
All right.
We good now.
I'm gonna step up first to answer this question first, right? To get somebody addicted to RCing, what would I get them? I would get them the Low C Promoto MX, the bike.
Good one.
That's a good one.
Just bashing it.
I'd probably start off with the new Big Rock, the new 2 to 3S Arma Big Rock.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's go back. The Low C Promoto and Y. Let's get some Y's with this too.
Yeah.
Let's get the Y on the end of that. Let's put the Y on the end of all this.
How many Y's do you want for this one right here? All right. For me, the Low C Promoto, because I'm a bike guy, I like bikes. So that thing runs like a bike. It runs like, I could just imagine me on a bike throwing it up, wheeling. That wheelie mode is crazy. Then the dirt, and just seeing a RC bike on 2 wheels that ain't flipping over, falling over every time you running it, is standing up on its own.
Yeah.
Wow, that thing is amazing, man. That thing is amazing, honestly. So I think if the way I love it, if I was to give it to somebody else that knew about bikes, that even had a pedal bike that they loved back in the day when they was a kid, and I give them that'll give them that flashback to back in the day when they was on a pedal bike, riding and wheeling and jumping them little wood ramps that you used to build, and you throw a piece of 2x4 underneath the plywood and fall over and over again until you get that ramp right. Yeah, I think they would get that flashback of that, and they would fall in love with the Low C Promoto bike, honestly.
Awesome. Just bashing it.
The Big Rock 2 to 3S, because I think it's really durable, relatively easy to work on, super fast, and I just think it's a solid beginner car. You can adjust the speed on the remote. Overall, I just think it's a great vehicle to start out with.
Awesome. All right, Javier, Mr. Roger, Shogun.
So I think I'll speak for Roger here as well, for us too here. I think we get the Mojave EXP that I showed you guys earlier, and how capable is that one. And we have ramps too. We just send in how control is in the air, man. Also, man, those tiny Mojaves and the Grums, man, you'd be surprised how people hook, especially little kid, how fast they go and handle. For a crawler, you get depends where you go. You are trailing, especially you go crawling, nice area that you can belly crawl. You take the more capable that you have, whatever brand it is, and you get people see those crawlers like this, and oh my God, killing those lines. So, yep.
Absolutely. All right, Joseph.
Yeah, I'd probably start with like a Grom or a Slash, something like that. I know that people, specifically new people, they like that, to see the thing flying, to see it just go wild and have fun and bash it and see that it's fine. As far as a crawler, I would probably start with something very capable, just some, like Javier said, something that can just do some wild stuff, where people can go from that other end of the ground where it goes super fast to super slow. You're just trying to climb something. Is how I think people would get really, really like addicted to this stuff.
Awesome. All right, let me get you back in place, Dennis.
I'm gonna have to slow down on this one. I would probably say a trail truck, only because it's something new for them. And you can take your time to learn the controller, take your time to learn the RC, and know the steps to fix it if you need to fix it or do maintenance on it. And it's more pocket friendly when it comes to a fix. You don't want to sticker shock them right away.
Trust me, I understand that sticker shock can get you every time. Linden.
I'm gonna say a Typhon 3S. Is an
And
all
why?
why? Because it's an all around basher, and you could speed run card. They can do everything. They do every bash you wanted to do. You can jump it. They're easy to fix, and I mean it's like the right scale to get into it. If it's your first time doing RCs.
Got you. Sergeant J.
I'm gonna rock out with my tried and true right next to me, and I'm pointing at behind me, the Mojave 4S. The reason why I say that is because any novice that you hand that remote to, unless they hit a curb, because Ty, you and I know, and everybody else in here knows, curves are undefeated.
Absolutely.
Unless you hit that curb with it, you probably are not gonna break that truck. And that goes in line with any of the Mojaves, in my opinion. And I'm talking about going down to the Grom, Mojave Grom. I have yet to break that truck, and I've sent that truck. I put it on 2S brushless system, and I'd be sending it, running around the track, the Mojave 4S, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. The only thing I've broken on that thing is body mounts. The truck itself is not breaking. It's the body mounts, just
Yes,
from
sir.
hard landings, just slamming the ground. Like, that's it. So that, to me, that's tried and true. Any of those short course, and I'm talking about even a Sinton, any of the armor short courses will take a beating. Even the 2S, not 2S, but 2-wheel drive versions, they will take a beating. So I would hand them the remote and just say, have fun.
For sure.
Got you.
And they will be hooked.
Well, myself, as well, I'm gonna give y'all. I got two answers, kind of, sort of. One vehicle I own, one vehicle I don't own. So I'm gonna give you two different scenarios. The vehicle that I do own, that I would recommend for a beginner, Armor Granite. Boy, that thing is built for it tough. I'm telling you, Armor Granite. That's something that I own that I would recommend for a beginner. But for the price, that Red Cat Valkyrie, man, you can't beat it for the price.
Man, I
Why?
didn't think about that.
Because both of them are durable. Sergeant J was sending his so hard, it just let me know that, hey, that car can take a beating and keep on ticking. This is like my Granite. It can take a beating and keep on ticking, but hey, that ramp, hey, that metal ramp is undefeated, just like those curves.
Heck yeah, baby.
Hey, oh yeah, I forgot that. Oh, let me get back on solo. And number one reason, big air, baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm over here with Mike Bird right now. He said, honestly, RC is my therapy. You are 100% correct, sir. We all use it as some form of therapy, man. We get out there, get out in the wilderness with RCs and crawling, or we get out in the fields and go out to the ballpark or whatever and put some ramps up, hit a BMX track, whatever, and just go bash and just get out there and stop thinking about everything else for a little bit. That little bit of time, therapy to yourself or with your buddies that you love and trust and want to hang out with. So I love that, man.
Yes, sir.
Well said, brother.
Awesome.
I know somebody asked a question earlier about if we watched the one-to-one crawlers, or we've seen them. We actually, when we went to Utah, we took about around 15, 16 veterans. We got into crawlers, the actual one-to-one crawlers, and they took us all the way to the mountains. All the veterans and their families, man. There were like 20 rigs there, and it was incredible how those guys took us on those one-to-one crawlers, man. So it was an awesome opportunity down there in Utah.
Awesome.
Go ahead, Joe. So we got some of our guys that they have to leave, Ty.
Oh, no problem. No worries. We definitely appreciate you guys. If anybody has to leave, man, that's no problem, man. We appreciate you guys for coming over here and joining us. You're welcome to come back anytime, and we definitely would love to have you guys back again one night in the future, and we can continue with this conversation, and we can keep doing this as we go along, man, because it's so much fun being able to just conversate with you guys, learn a little bit more about each of you, as far as your RC experience, the things that you've been driving. But I do have one question. Who's about to leave? Joseph, you about to leave?
Yeah, I gotta
Joseph,
pop
go ahead,
off.
brother.
Okay, I got
these
let me
kids
ask.
that
I'm gonna ask this question for everybody, but we're gonna let Joseph answer it first before we go any further.
Oh man.
Have you ever experienced a lipo fire?
Oh
Oh,
nope.
thank God.
I've experienced poofy batteries, crappy, just dead batteries, but no fires yet, thank God.
Oh yes, thank God on that.
No.
I ain't gonna hold you up. We know you got to go. If anybody, matter of fact, you can say your goodbyes to everybody. Anything you want to say to everybody in the chat, the panel, or anything.
To everybody in the panel, thanks. You guys were fun. A great panel. It was a good time. Everybody in the chat, thanks. You guys were also a good time. Everybody was very participative and very supportive and all around just a good time. This was a fun thing to be a part of. I personally really appreciate just the support and the nice kind words. It's truly a humbling experience. I really appreciate it. Just as much as I love my military brothers, I love like just the support from people that appreciate the military and take the time to get to know us and have regular old conversations like this. We're regular people. We forget sometimes too, but when we get to do stuff like this, it is really grounding and humbling. So I appreciate you guys.
Well said, Battle.
I have one more thing to say. If you have one message for everybody out there watching or anybody going through anything, what would you tell them?
So I'll say this, maybe not for the person going through something, to everybody else. You don't know what people are going through. You think somebody's cutting you off for being bad, or they just whatever. You don't know what people are going through. They may be having like the worst day of their life. Just be nice. Be nice.
Awesome. We definitely appreciate you, Joseph. Any of the guys have anything they want to say to Joseph before he leaves? I mean, I ain't trying to kick you out.
No.
But,
That's fine.
I just want everybody.
I'm not running away. I'm not running away.
Hey,
Good night.
Yeah. Any questions, you guys?
You good, Battle?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Louie.
Oh, I just want to say, like I've been saying all night, thank you for your service. Thank you for everything you out here doing, helping everybody that's out here that might be going through anything that, if you have went through anything that's going through the same thing. Just thank you. Just appreciate you guys. I appreciate all you guys for what y'all out here doing, what y'all trying to do, making a change for all the veterans that's out here, man. Definitely appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, Louie.
yes, sir.
Yeah, just kind of emphasize his point. I mean, thank you for your service. It's amazing what you guys do, and everyone should be very cool. It's very awesome what you guys do. You guys deserve all the support and everything. So,
Absolutely.
Thank you. If you guys want to keep the chat going with me, what's my Instagram? Blue Falcon RC is my Instagram. If you guys need anything, want to just hang out.
Dennis, you can drop it in the chat if you can.
I will.
We know Dennis is on top of it, so.
Yeah.
Hey, if nobody's on top of it, Dennis is on top of it. I'm telling you.
Anybody comes out to California, wants to go to some events and stuff, I'm pretty much every weekend I'm going to something.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything.
I'll be in touch, brother. I'm gonna be out there later this year. So
yes,
my brother's
please.
retiring from Marine Corps, so I gotta come out there.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks, panel. Thanks, chat. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you guys.
All right,
yes,
sir. Appreciate you.
These kids got to get put to bed now. Thank you, guys.
Hey, no problem. Hey, they definitely understand that.
Hey,
we'll see you next time.
Appreciate it.
Matter of fact, I'll see you on Monday night over there, OC 11. I mean, 011C. My bad. I said it wrong. My bad. We've been on almost 3 hours. I guess we're gonna go on the end of the 3 hour mark, guys. 2 hours and 49 minutes. Anybody got any more questions? Anything they want to say? I do see a question in the chat. My bad. Got any large RCs, 1/5 scales? That's what Dwayne said.
He's asking, does anybody have 5th scales?
Yes. Does anybody have any large RCs, 1/5 scales?
I got
No.
one
we know
real big
Sergeant
one.
J got a couple of them.
I know Sergeant J got. Well, we don't. I don't got none. We don't got none.
Outside of the SCX6, I got the MTXL. So I'll bring you guys over here and show you that one.
Yeah.
So this one is crazy, man. Like I actually just finished working on it recently too. So I was doing a lot of just messing around with it, getting things running on it. So this is
Nice.
just for reference. That's the body. That's
Nice.
my hand.
Ooh.
Um,
Fifth scale. Yeah.
but this thing is full
Yeah,
billet
that's nice.
aluminum. So everything from the front end. Let's see if we can hold this up here. Your bulkheads, your differential housing, your drive shafts, CVDs, your suspension links, steering links, the arms, the Perfect Pass Monster XL servo in here. That's all billet aluminum. Everything's that it's matching, you know, color wise and all that stuff. Just that nice shiny billet aluminum. This is the one I was talking about buying a new engine for. Right now I'm running a 32cc Zenoa G320 RC, and it only puts out a little over 3 horsepower. And I've been wanting to get more power out of this thing, and you know it's built to take it. So why not go ahead and upgrade this? Good buddy, he's pretty well known for fifth scales and gas stuff in the RC community. John Bodegel. You guys probably may have heard of him if you've ever seen a lot of fifth scale guys that run gas power stuff. I actually bought this whole setup off of him when he was kind of moving out of the hobby a little bit, getting away from a lot of the RCs he was running. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it, man, and I'll build it. And I've been having fun with this ever since. But this is my one really big fifth scale. Lots of fun to drive. It's a two-stroke, so you got it's kind of like your weed eater engines. You got to have your two-cycle mix. So mix some oil with the fuel. I'll run a 91 octane or 93 octane fuel, and I just mix it and have fun with it, tune it as I need to, and just have fun. But it holds up, man. It's crazy. This thing, believe it or not, how big it is, it'll still jump with the best of them on a BMX track and keep on moving. But yeah, that's my biggest RC that I have, and probably arguably the most expensive. There are some that I put a lot of money into, but just outright buying that is the most expensive RC I've ever purchased.
Sergeant J, they were asking which one was that?
That's a low-C MTXL. It's discontinued.
Yeah.
Very closely related to your DBXL platform, because that was kind of like the models that came after that, as along with the 5T, but the 5T was a longer, skinnier chassis for short course.
Awesome.
Yep. I'm in the process of building another one too, so I have whole nother chassis. I just got to get all the other parts to go with it, and I'm gonna make a brushless 12S. It's gonna be insane.
Awesome. Dennis, got anything you want to show tonight?
I have nothing that big. No, I'm all 10th scale.
Well, I mean, do you have any vehicles you want to show? Is what I mean. It's show and tell. It's the show and tell hour, guys.
Somebody was asking about the Fox body.
I can probably grab one real quick.
Yes. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Welcome in, Wild Bill. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys joining.
Oh, that's filled out like that.
My Cross RC XT4. I built this 2 years ago for a build off for USTE, which was I was rushed through this, but it's based off of a real 1-to-1 It is a Chevy K5 Blazer with the back end cut off. I did the tonneau cover myself. I added some scale details inside. The first aid kit. It's got the driver. It's got a little air freshener dangling off the mirror. A usable spare tire, which is on a steel bead lock. It's a factory GM color paint. Got a full engine bay. You've got to cut the plug wires, paint everything up. So got it all detailed up. Painted the brake booster.
Holy cow.
Computer in the back.
Wow. That's detailed.
Yeah, scale. Yeah, very scale.
Man, look at the air filter in there, dude.
Yeah,
The
I
wires
was
and all.
gonna
This
say
is
that.
a whole nother level. The battery, dude.
That look like
And you
a
can
real
see the
air
Pro
filter.
charger on there.
Yes.
Yeah, so painted the
So-
battery.
Dennis, do you plan on putting a moving driver inside of any of your rigs?
No. No, sirree. Full interior. The dash lights up. It's got. Well, let's see if we can do this.
Holy cow.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
the GPS right down here, that lights up. Detailed all the switches. Detailed the shifters.
sick.
That
Yeah,
is
so-
nice, Dennis. That is very nice.
Awesome, Dennis.
I mean, the amount of detail and time you put into that, man. Wow.
Oh yeah.
And then I got some Boom Racing Pro Build bead locks on it. So carbon fiber insert. But it's basically stock out of the box kit that I just made my own. I mean, when you build a kit, you don't want it to look like everybody else's.
Exactly. You
So-
want it to be a one of a kind,
Right.
or
And
at least close as you can. Get it closest possible to one of a kind.
right.
Especially when y'all go to beat the creek, you run into 1,000 cars like what you already got,
Oh yeah.
Right. As soon as I got this build done, I had enough time to actually test drive it, and then it was shipped to Florida for the event where it was judged. And it took 2 weeks from the day it left to the day I got it back. It actually went 2,700 miles, and I never drove it. And the first time I drove it was at Beat the Creek last year. And
You got some questions in the chat. Ethan said carbon fiber inserts from where?
these inserts that are in the center, those are for the Boom Racing wheel. That's the way that they come. The Boom Racing Pro Build.
Nice.
All right, you got another question. Dwayne said, Dennis, are those 1.9 or 2.2 wheels?
1.9.
All right.
Oh, he's asking, are they 1.9 tires on 2.2 rims?
Oh,
1.9.
Are they
tires.
stretched? Are they
Hey,
stretched
listen.
on or whatever?
Nope.
we
Both
passed the
1.9
2-hour
tire and
mark.
wheel.
We in brain farting territory, fellas.
Yeah, those are 1.9 wheels, right?
Yes.
Those
Yeah,
don't even look
1.9.
close to 2.2. Yeah,
Yep. 1.9 tires, 1.9 wheels.
those are nice. What inserts
Yeah.
are you running?
Just the stock foams.
Stock foam? Okay. No
Yeah.
dual foam or none of that.
My trail trucks and scale trucks, I don't put the printed inserts in them,
Gotcha.
but it's got everything. It's got lock
Very nice.
front and back.
It's a trail trucks. Trail.
You know, it's
Oh, that's remote locking disc.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Both work off of one servo, So I could do,
So it's like a push-pull style?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what I can do is while I'm driving, I could lock or unlock them, and I'll have opposite corners drive. And as soon as I lock it, if I can't get up it in two-wheel drive, it will go right up in four-wheel drive. But this is
Nice.
just running the stock motor that came with it, and this is the original Three Brothers G13 servo, direct power, and all the electronics sit underneath the seat. On this slider, you can see a little bit of the ESC right here.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's nice, man. That's
just
cool.
behind all the wires,
It's clean.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where you can only see a couple wires here and there. I put the power switch in the back here, which you only see that when it's on at night. The mirrors actually reflect.
Yep. Nice.
And then
Yeah, that thing is
while
killer,
on
man.
the creek,
I like
I
that.
bought a regular buggy whip antenna from Twisted Tree, which I think it was $7, and
That's cool.
for the truck.
Reminds me of the old school Humvees. With a
Right.
whip antenna on them.
But this build, it should have taken me the whole winter to do, but I only had a month to get it done. And along with the paint, this black pinstripe, I cut that out of automotive vinyl. That's a 1/16 of an inch that I cut by hand.
Wow.
And I've got it top and bottom, wraps into the doors, comes back around the cab. Everything is wrapped in it just like you'd get from the factory.
Very cool.
But yeah, that's one of my babies. Not afraid to scratch him.
Awesome.
Awesome. And guys, if you're interested in donating to Operation 11 Charlie, guys, link is pinned in the chat. I'm also about to drop it back in the chat as well. If you want to donate or you want to check out the organization, you can definitely visit their website. Link is pinned in the comment section, as well as I'm dropping it in the chat once again. Operation Charlie 11 Charlie. Link for their YouTube channel is in the description box, along with the panel host. So you can go down there and get everyone from the description box as well. Well, the YouTube channels, the YouTube channels are in the description box. Their website is pinned in the comment section. And I just dropped Dennis' link in the chat. I'm gonna have to put it in the description box after the video. I can't adjust it during the live. But yeah, man, we're gonna go around one at a time. Oh man, I didn't even know my camera was off. My bad. We're gonna go around one at a time, man. We're about to get out of here, man. Just bashing it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys joining us tonight. It was really cool to hear all you guys' stories and everything. Super appreciative of all you guys. Thank you again. It's so cool. I never knew there was something like this out there, but it's so cool that you guys do this and that you help so many people. So shout out to you. Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, I just appreciate you guys coming to hang out with us, and yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Louie, fix it.
I want to give my appreciation to Operation 11 Charlie, all you guys, everybody that's in that, everybody that's with you guys. Your supporters is definitely, they see what y'all do. So they definitely appreciate you guys just probably as much as I do, probably more. But I appreciate the chat for being respectful tonight, with their questions and, everything everybody was talking about. I don't think nobody got kicked out tonight. They definitely showed their respect. We all showed our love to you guys. I think that's about it, man. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you guys for coming out tonight, showing y'all love, coming up on the panel with us, and giving us a piece of y'all life, a piece of y'all story. You know, I know it was just a small piece, but that small piece definitely probably changed a couple lives out here and let them look at actually helping people different, you know, looking at what people will go through with their life and, you know, try to respect people, you know, even though they might do something that they might not like. You never know what somebody else is going through, you know, and I appreciate you guys for coming out and, you know, sharing that part with us, you know. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Louie, brother. Much love, bro.
Yep. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Linden.
All right. Just want to give a special shout out to Operation 11 Charlie, Javier, Roger, Dennis, Joseph, Sergeant J. Thank y'all for y'all sacrifice, y'all service. Without y'all, man, we wouldn't be here talking about this. We wouldn't have the freedom to do this. Man, I just want to say appreciate y'all. I respect y'all like much, way more. Man, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the chat. And yeah, man, I just man, awesome time with y'all. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Linden, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, now we're gonna talk to the Operation 11 Charlie guys, Roger and Javier.
Hi, brother. Everybody in the panel, thank you so much. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate it so much, man. For us being here, it's been an honor. We always enjoy hanging out with the RC brothers, RC community. Always grateful, man. We cannot stress it enough. O11C, it's not one person, it's a whole family. O11C is all our veterans, all our first responder, all our civilians, everybody that's involved in it. We are very grateful. Without you, we cannot do this. So we are very grateful. Check on each other, man. Like Joseph said earlier, we gotta stay humble. We gotta stay humble. It's all about respect and take care of each other, man. Just take care of each other, man. I cannot stress it enough. Much love.
Yes,
Ty,
sir.
thank
Mr.
you.
Roger.
Thank you again for getting everyone together. This has truly been an amazing event. I've had a lot of fun. I want to thank the other panelists and the online, you know, thank you all. This is truly amazing. I can't wait until the next time. This has truly been amazing. Thank you, guys.
No, thank you guys. We really appreciate you guys for coming over and hanging out. Sergeant J.
All right, so another great live in the books. Again, apologies for my tardiness. I was a little late to, getting in here. Had some difficulties getting on, but I appreciate the conversation, being able to share what Operation 11 Charlie does, how it's touched me, how it's touched other people out there, what it does to support everyone, and what the overall cause of everything is that we do is keeping everybody you know, checking on everybody, making sure everybody is okay, we're safe, if we need anything, there's always someone there to talk to. I personally have been greatly supported by this, and I get checked up on all the time, which is pretty awesome. I know how busy Javier and the rest of the guys are with all the events and everything that goes on, and the fact that I still get the battle buddy checkup every once in a while. How you doing? What's going on with your family? It means a lot to me because there's not always a lot of people checking on everybody, so that goes a long way. But just on the bigger scale, the family that's out there, all the guys in the RC community, guys, girls, everybody out there, all your families, I just appreciate and love everybody, man. This community it means a lot to me because I've been in the hobby a long time, and never until like very recent years have I come across so much camaraderie and just community involvement and just everyone supporting everyone. It's just mind blowing, man. It's crazy. I love it. So I'll leave it at that. I get all emotional and mushy about this stuff, but yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. Appreciate y'all, and it's been a great live. Love y'all.
Love you, Jay, bro.
Dennis.
Ty, appreciate you letting us come on here and talk about the organization, what it's all about, what we do, and why we do it. You know, everybody in chat, thanks for hanging out and asking all the good questions. Appreciate it. You know, if you know anybody that's a veteran or that's even just a civilian that's struggling, just let them know you're there to listen and just talk. You know, phone's always on 24/7. Check on your neighbors, check on your friends. Just give them a hey, how you're doing? Just checking in on you. You know, and if you see a veteran, shake their hand, tell them thank you. They don't hear it enough.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
they've done a lot for what we do. So appreciate everybody hanging out.
Cool. Hey, Ty.
What did I do? My bad. I kicked Dennis off the stage. My bad. I kicked Dennis off the stage. I'm sorry. All right, guys. We definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in, rocking out with us for 3 hours and 10 minutes. This has been an absolutely awesome live stream. Having Operation 11 Charlie on, the vets. We definitely appreciate you guys for joining us. Javier, Mr. Roger, Dennis, Joseph, Sergeant J. We definitely appreciate you guys. We definitely appreciate your services. We appreciate everything you guys do. We appreciate the message that Operation Charlie actually stands for. This is absolutely awesome. The amount of hard work that you guys have actually put in, the chapters that are growing all over. I did have one more question. I forgot to ask it, but do y'all have chapters overseas or just in the U.S.? That's one thing I want to know.
We we have one chapter in California. We count California overseas.
That's right.
My bad, Joseph. You listen, Canada. We got a chapter in Canada.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Awesome. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all, man. We definitely appreciate you guys. Operation 11 Charlie, the veterans. Shout out to the first responders as well, man. Because it's like one large family and these guys work together tremendously, man. If you're not familiar with Operation 11 Charlie, go over and check out their Instagram page, check out their website, check out everything they're about, man. If you want to donate to them, you can definitely donate to them on their website. They're a nonprofit organization. As you heard, they do a lot with the vets. They go and build the builders kits. They go and have events and hang out. Like Javier said, him and Mr. Roger, sometimes they charge batteries and they don't even make it out. They go out and they just have fun just talking, you know. So it's just awesome to know the camaraderie that you guys have, man. My only message for the night, guys, I know I'm off track. I know, man, if you're going through something, just reach out to one of your friends, talk to somebody. Just try to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's hard. As men, we don't like to talk to nobody. We don't go to the doctor like we should. Nothing. Let's be honest. Men, we don't do what we're supposed to do, but we got to do better, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to do better. We got to focus on the men's mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that people don't like to talk about, but men's mental health is something very important. I'm not going to go into, I'm not a psychiatrist, so I'm not going to go into nothing else, but, you know, that's pretty much all I got for y'all, man. Till next time, you know what it is. Get out there and drive your RCs, fly your drones. If you got a boat, put it in the water, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.